Hello and welcome to the ADLR Podcast, episode 122, our final one of 2020. Where this episode you see who won the Game Awards of predictions and all of our top 10 of 2020. Stay tuned. Anywho, welcome to the ADLR Podcast. I'm joined by Randall here. I think he's on screen, sort of. Anywho,
that player has not been unlocked yet.
I know, right? We got Brian underneath me here if you're watching. Not on Discord, on the actual video stream. You can't hear them? Oh, hold on. You didn't even have your mic up, so they definitely didn't hear you. And then you can't hear them at all. So that means which one is you? You're this, I think. Brian and Kelsey, say something real quick.
Erection.
Lit. Cool.
Yo, how you doing?
And there you go. That's everyone's intro. I think I got everyone. I got Brian. Kelsey's down there too. I'm sorry, Weird. He's got his cats. He got both of them on screen today. Damn, they're loving you today. You didn't give them any affection today? What's going on?
No, dude. They spend all day, every day here. You just don't normally see Loki because she's sitting in my lap or curled up in my arm. But this, Napalm's usually, on my, Napalm's usually on my shoulders, and that's why you can see her.
Okay. Well, boys, it's a week since last week. A lot's happened. I should have put a picture of how the cabinets are not on here.
Yeah, can do me a favor, since it's locked, delete what I put for this week's thing.
Okay. No problem. Yeah, speaking of, I guess that's the same thing. We had Cyberpunk release since last week. Some announcements made during the Game Awards with some crazy gameplay on some of them and some crazy pre-rendered CG trailers that mean nothing to me. We had
I cannot stand when all they do is show it's one thing when it's like a well-known name, that's been around for years and it's like a continuation of the story or something. But even then, it's like you have a lot of people that are new that are like, they're seeing this and they're going,
why do the people like this?
What is it?
Yeah,
you should have some sort of gameplay because that's how you get tricked into buying like The Last Remnant. It looks pretty. It's made by a company that you really like, and it's garbage.
Didn't you get it twice?
I think he got it on PC as well because it was running better on PC.
So I didn't buy it on PC.
Okay.
I didn't have it on PC. I finally went back and ended up beating it on what do you call it?
Xbox?
On Xbox, and got all of the achievements and everything, and then I was like, I'm done. I'm out. I did it. I did what I came to accomplish for the most part.
Should have burned the shit out of that disc.
I'm still a little upset with some of the things because I didn't complete everything that I wanted to because they were quests and things that I wanted to do. But I was just like, I'm done. I can't do this anymore.
Yeah, if it gets past being a chore, then you can just drop the game. What else do we have? Did we want to talk about the Nvidia stuff, or I saw the Linus video, the WAN show.
Yeah, the WAN show.
Now I'm actually understanding what happened, but he kind of spelled it all out in that video. Unless you guys want to give your 2 cents, but I'm kind of with Linus on it. It's not the issue is not that they held back the cards, is the way they did it.
Yeah.
And what that insinuated.
Basically telling the company that, hey, look, you either need to do as we say or you're going to get blacklisted. And it's that's not how independent media works.
Yeah. You don't like our opinion, so let's not work together. Okay. That's kind of where I follow the same.
I don't think we really need to talk about it. I mean, if you want to just give a shout out about, maybe give a brief overview of kind of what happened and go watch Linus or Hardware Unboxing or was it Gamer Nexus?
I saw the WAN show and Linus gave us a good primer and he went through the email line by line and fucking tore it apart. So I was like, okay, well, I guess, I can go with that. The overview is NVIDIA last week.
I think it was last week.
Last week, sent an email to Hardware Unbox, which is another YouTube channel that does review. I think hardware reviews and like unboxings and stuff for the 3000 series. Well, once those reviews came out for the 3000 series cards, the Nvidia reached out to them and told them that they will not be getting any more sample cards for them to review before obviously the street date. That way you get reviews out, and then when the embargo lifts, you can put your review out with everybody else to get it right on the day of, so people, or maybe even before the day it releases, so people know what to expect for your product when they release it. Anywho, oh, thank you. I'll probably share that in a bit for our cabinet little project there. So yeah, they notified Hardware Unboxed. It's Unboxed or Unboxing? I'm sorry, I don't remember the YouTube channel. Hardware Unboxed, yeah. Saying, hey, you've been not blacklisted, but like we're not gonna be sending you samples, but you can still work with us on some other thing. Like if it's as if it was like, oh, we're still kind of cool, but we're not gonna send you samples because you didn't review in such a way where you shed light, or in a positive light, DLSS and I think it was RTX, which were both the two. Yeah. In a way, like you didn't hype it up, or you didn't like, hey, this is the future of it. And
which hilarious, because they did a full video on it.
And I didn't know that either. So when I saw Linus talking about it, he's like, yeah, the video itself, the one that hit me the most was they showed up a web page of Hardware Unboxed praising, I think it was DLSS or RTX on their site.
Yeah. So it's the very first quote on their carousel on NVIDIA's webpage.
When Linus pulled that up, I'm like, you have the audacity to come at them with this, and they're literally on your front page propping up your GPUs. I don't know. Like, I don't know any of the channels, like founders, the people who make videos there personally, so I don't know what happened, but that, from what Linus told us, that's what happened. And then I think a week later, like I think maybe on Friday or Saturday, they got another email from them apologizing, and then Hardware Unboxed accepted their apology, and they just want to move on now.
Did you see the walk back email?
No, I didn't read that. I just saw that Hardware Unboxed tweeted out, "Hey, we got an email from them apologizing. We accepted it. We're moving on."
Yeah,
I didn't read the email. I think
Cobra put it in the channel.
Email? No, the email's out. Like it's public.
Yeah, it says, "Hi, Steve. I wanted to reach out to you again and apologize for my previous email. It was not well worded and may be impacted by a bit of lockdown fatigue. We absolutely respect the press and editorial integrity. We welcome you in Hardware Unboxed to NDA press briefings, access to press material, early press drivers, and access to our partner AIC boards as well as Founder Edition boards. Let me know if you have any questions."
So they just walked it back.
Another just lame email excuse, I mean, the whole thing is just a shit show.
Yeah, that was just bad PR. I guess they just wanted some PR or something, but that's not the attention you want. Well, I guess it's all resolved then, but that was basically it. Before it was resolved, which I think was sometime this weekend, I think it was resolved. They got the email back, and now everything was cool, I guess. But that's not a way to treat the people who basically market your fucking products. Because not only do they review it, they let people, and if it's lit, they're marketing it.
I mean, definitely go watch the WAN show, Linus Tech Tips. I mean, he really lays it out, like he reads the whole letter, it explains everything. The whole thing was just a shit show. Like I can't believe the way it was worded ever left that people even were like, yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, like like no proofreading went. He just typed it out. Like the context, the tone. I wouldn't say it's insulting, but it was just like I don't know, it's a way you speak to someone aggressively. It was a very aggressive way of sending something.
I would say it's pretty insulting because, one of the lines in there was like, people work hard for their cards. They don't get things for free like you do.
Oh, that's true.
And every one of the review channels were like, we don't need you to send us the cards. Like that's not a free card. There's a transaction here. You send it to us and we run, tests and everything else. Like we don't need you to send us the cards. We could fucking buy the cards. Like, we have enough viewers and followers and things that are donating and subscribers and whatever that we can buy the cards. That's not a problem. Like, that to me is one of the most insulting things that
I
they had
think
in there.
Linus even had a line like that. He's like, if this is how it's going to be, then yeah, we don't need you. I remember Linus saying that. I'm like, yo, you get it, Papa Linus. He's out here like not fucking around. He was super heated.
Didn't he still have a beard? I think it was the beard talking.
Yep.
Yeah, it was the beard talking.
The beard.
Like, he was pissed off. I'd never heard him curse before. He bleeps it out, but you can hear the beginning of it. And I'm like, oh shit, he's like legit upset. So I'm like, go.
Be.
Like, he has every reason to.
He's being attacked just as much as Hardware Unboxed is.
Yeah, that was like I think he even mentioned that attacking someone like Hardware Unboxed, who I don't know how in relation to Linus, how many viewers and stuff, but still, if you're going after the little guy, how long until you start targeting the other guys too?
Yeah, Linus has like 12 million subscribers on YouTube. I think it's Gamer Nexus has about 3 million, and then Hardware Unboxed has like 600,000 or 700,000. And so like but that's still like a large amount of people. I mean, how many people watch those that don't actually subscribe, that don't like, they just go, I just know him, so I just go find his things, or they get their videos shared and thing.
Mm-hmm. It's a lot more than 50 viewers. I had to look at myself there to humble myself. Anyway, but yeah, I don't have any much to say. NVIDIA, don't do that again. Proofread your emails. Don't do that. That was the worst possible thing you can do. Now you have all the YouTubers who review your products now looking over their shoulders. Because at any time you can start attacking them because, oh, you didn't like the way they reviewed your product. Then don't send the products. They'll still get their hands on it and review it the same way they did before, just at a later day. You know what the viewers of those channels are going to do? They'll wait. They'll wait until, if it's a week later after the GPU drops, they'll wait. And they'll still watch the same review that either talks bad about your product or good, it doesn't matter, and then make a decision afterwards. People don't watch those reviews just to, oh, look at the pretty colors. Some people wait on those reviews before they can even make a decision on buying something, especially a GPU that costs, over $500?
Yeah.
Like, what do you think? We just, oh, it's out? Cool, let me just drop it and then watch a review. No. I guess you let us have plans if it comes out before the street day and the NDA lifts. Yeah, that's helpful. But if you trust one person's review on it and then you blacklist them, they're still going to wait. They'll watch other people's, but then wait for theirs to come out to see, yo, are they legit? And then, yeah, okay, cool. If not, you still weren't going to get their money anyway.
I don't know if you actually saw Hardware Unboxed, like, full response after the whole thing had resolved itself. But he was like, he had said in there, we don't really do day one reviews. That's not our bread and butter. You don't have to send us stuff day one. Like, we're not going to bother doing it. The reason people come and see our content is because we do a lot of extensive follow-up videos over the next several days after the release. People want to see all this stuff. And, he talked about how, they did a video strictly dedicated to ray tracing and DLSS, and that, they asked the fans, what is more important to you? And like 75% of them were like standard rasterization, because there's like 4 games that actually use ray tracing, and none of them are going to be using it as nearly as properly as what, you're going to see in the next couple of years, in which case they're already going to have come out with a new card that's going to make the other cards look like total shit, and they're not going to be powerful enough to run the games anyway. Like,
then yeah, they're slowly, and I mean slowly, adding more and more games supported by DLSS and ray tracing. And I think today or yesterday, finally Vulkan came out and said they finally have their ray tracing extensions integrated into the Vulkan software development kit. So now it's cross-platform. I know, Brian, I get a little nerd talk, but now it's
because I know the Siege you can do that. So I want to see.
Yes. So now that Siege runs on Vulkan as well. All those games that run on Vulkan now, if they develop it, they can implement ray tracing into. It doesn't have to be NVIDIA only. Like an AMD card with can use it as well. NVIDIA, they can all, and that way it's cross-platform when you develop it. Instead of just using the RTX dev suite, you can use the Vulkan one, and it'll run on both. And that happened, I think, today, as of recording, or yesterday. So, I mean, that's looking good. When you get open source stuff cross-platform, that's when it gets really exciting, because that means everyone can use it. The proprietary stuff, yeah, it can sell you cards and stuff. So we're like, oh, you can only get it on this card, which is great for business, but it's not great in terms of like compatibility and
I
for
haven't
consumer.
really even the games that I ran ray tracing on, which are Division when I had it on my computer, Control, and Cyberpunk.
Division doesn't have ray tracing.
Division 2 does, yes. It has DirectX. You can switch it to DirectX 12 and do ray tracing.
I need to go look at this. What? Since
Yeah.
Load
when?
it up. Let's see it.
Let me make sure I'm not. Here are all the games that support NVIDIA ray tracing, right? I
Yeah,
pressed the wrong button. Hold on.
he's
Oh.
got Pornhub up now.
When that letter went live,
Yeah,
somebody tweeted out, if ray tracing has now become the new norm, why can I screenshot the entire list of games on a small monitor on the Wikipedia page that support ray tracing? And
yeah,
it was like
it's
it
not.
was like 10 games.
And the ones that actually do it correctly are even smaller number. Like the one that uses the full range of it. Some of them only use it for reflections. Some of them only use it for global illumination. Some games only use it for shadows. For a game that use all of it and melt your GPU in ray tracing, I don't think there's that many. I think Cyberpunk does. Control uses shadows, I think, and maybe reflections. But to use a whole suite,
Division only uses real-time reflections. But I could have swore that it was in like some kind of special thing that looked like ray tracing. So
look, I'll look it up.
What you're saying is you lied to our face over
But
the internet.
I would have known if Division 2
Kelsey.
just.
I could make someone buy a copy of a game of their lives. Say that shit to me.
I have to double check.
Okay, so the fucking demo shows 4 people. Okay.
It happens.
Bullshit.
I mean, they should have just removed that freaking video from the face of YouTube because that's definitely misleading.
I'm still salty about that. Like, I'm still pissed that happened.
It'd be like that.
Control, maybe Division 2 and Cyberpunk, and I don't notice the difference enough to be like, this is game changing. The thing that I have noticed, I've been fucking around with my settings in Cyberpunk, is DLSS. So it lets me run things on Ultra and put it on there. Still get 60 frames.
Oh, let me tell you, I've been right behind DLSS since the second I tried it out.
Yeah, because I have ray tracing on.
Yep.
Everything on high to ultra and DLSS, and it's 60 frames.
Yep. Do you know why? That's AI upscaling for you, baby.
So that I like optimal. All right, and that's what makes me feel like. It feels like my setup's is optimal.
But what setting in DLSS do you have? Quality,
medium.
performance.
Oh, sorry, I did it. I think either balanced or the first performance, because there's 2 performance ones.
Yeah.
Both of them still gave me 60 frames.
Well, yeah. Well, here's what's happening. From quality to balance, performance, ultra performance, that's lowering your internal resolution, and then it uses that to upscale to your full one by percentages. So quality, I think, is like 10% lower than, I forgot the percentages, so don't quote me on the percentages. It's just lower in percentage. So instead of 1080p, you're rendering it at less than that, and the AI upscales the rest. Ultra performance, I think, is like half. So yes, you rendering it at 540p, and then the AI takes care of upscaling all the way to 1080.
With regular performance, whenever I would load into a new area, I would notice it more. Like, it would look like I'm doing this.
Yeah.
Like, my eyes closed, and then it would load in. But balance right now, I usually don't have that issue.
I'm
probably gonna take off ray tracing because, again, I'm not. It's pretty without it. And then when I put it on there, I don't notice the difference.
So let me back up again. So the reason why it looks kind of the same for Cyberpunk is because they did a good job of doing the lighting without ray tracing as well. That game visually without the ray tracing stuff looks great. With it, it is better, and it's a little more accurate, because it's all shadows done by math. So it looks accurate, it looks more realistic, but without it, it still looks phenomenal. That's why you're like, oh, I guess I don't see that much of a difference. But then there's some games that's like, if you flip between them, you're like, oh, okay, no, this is legit night and day.
If I flip between, like, if I had them side by side, I might be able to. But, like, with the Control, the bit that I could see before I would walk through a door and it'd crash because it couldn't handle DirectX 12 correctly. This is, like, one of the first few games that did it.
Oh.
I could tell in darker rooms they had some, like, easier, like, the difference, but it wasn't, like, Give me the newest card. Like it wasn't that for me.
And also depends on the scene you're looking at. Like if you're looking at a scene with a lot of reflective surfaces, the reflections will look night and day difference because you're reflecting things that aren't on screen, which is the benefit of the ray tracing reflections. Because real-time reflections is usually just screen space. So the objects on the screen will be reflected, but as soon as you turn the camera and it gets off screen, you won't see it in the puddle, even if mathematically you would look at it and it should be there. With ray tracing, it keeps those objects in line, even if they're off screen.
Okay.
So, like, it's...
Because I think without it, I can probably push and get more than 60 frames with high settings with DLSS on Cyberpunk.
You absolutely can. Speaking of which,
the funny thing is too. So I was running before the podcast started, and it's funny that if you run, we did the video call. I went from smooth 60. The camera's loaded up 20 frames. It was like, this is too much.
That's because you're already using your GPU at your max, and now you're like, oh, now decode video.
Yeah.
And also encode video. Oh. Starts fucking
that was funny. Yeah.
Freaking out. Because you're already probably using your GPU at 100%. Anywho. How did we get into...
The NVIDIA stuff.
Oh, the NVIDIA stuff. Yeah, I don't know if you guys have anything else to add on it. It was a fucking shit show. I'm assuming it was worse. I came after it all happened and I just saw the WAN show. So yeah, I recommend watching the WAN show with Linus and Luke, I think it is the other guy's name. They did a good job of going through what happened before they got the I'm sorry letter.
Miss you.
Cool. All right. On stream here, I am going to load up pictures of what we've been doing last week. Kelsey came down. You saw us all together. How do I get them all in here? I'm going to download them, right? Can I do that? Can I just download all of them? Let me see. Save image. Cabinet. Lit. Save.
Girl.
There's a bunch of them. Open originals. Save.
Is there, while you're doing this, is there a list of games that have a confirmed upgrade to PS5 from PS4?
You have to look it up, yeah. There's a few games. It's not like Xbox where they have the smart delivery program. They have a bunch of games that do that. You just have to look it up. Where Xbox made it kind of easier. They made it in the front end, like they put it in the UI. They'd be like, "Oh, this one you'll be good." Where I don't know if PS4, the PS4. Yeah,
There's a lot. There's a ton of games.
Okay. Speaking of Irish, sorry. I'm on season 5 of Peaky Blinders.
Holy shit, dude! You fucking threw me in the water just now, my guy. What?
But I didn't put it on the list. I just wanted to mention where it was. I'll probably talk about it when I finish it, which will be before next week.
That's fucking insane, Brian. Goodness.
I posted the link in the podcast,
There you go.
Okay. Appreciate it, fam.
Don't lie to me.
Oh, I can do an image slideshow. I forgot that was a thing. Let's get it.
Wonder why your mom loves your brother better.
What? Oh. Let me image files. Add. Oh, I can add a directory too? Shit.
Monster Boy?
Yeah, I gotta play that. You're looking through Stadia games, I'm assuming?
No, I'm looking through the list he sent me that have games with upgrades, and most of these I've already played before. I don't care about, or they're multiplayer, and I'm not paying for PS Plus. I'm using my console just for single player.
Wow. This is shitting the bed right now, so let's edit the transform. Stretch to bounds.
Okay. I see some games on here that I would. I'm probably just gonna watch you or someone play Miles Morales because I don't think I care too much to spend however much it is on it.
For anybody watching the video stream or on YouTube, I have a slideshow of the cabinet that Kelsey finished putting together for me. Running an Odroid with I think we put what RetroPie on it.
RetroPie, yeah.
So right now it only has a few games that we tested. All those buttons work. I just got to populate it with a bunch of games. Yeah. I was talking to Nyan to see if she likes it in the living room. She's like, we could probably just put it upstairs here in the empty room where my PC used to be.
Yeah.
And we'll probably put that there, like Brian said.
Then
I'm
you could
assuming
run a cable to it.
that's what I was saying, because there's a
wireless.
cable right there. But I don't think.
Do me a favor, backhand Anthony real quick.
He wouldn't dare, because then he wouldn't have me to. This is not this is not. Nope, can't say that. We're gonna move on, and that's that. It's already looped through. But yeah, that way I can actually connect it through the Ethernet instead of using the Wi-Fi stuff that is not working, and I can just remote put in games. I already have requests from her. She wants to play. She wants to 1v1 someone in Puzzle Bobble.
I'll do it if you want to like build her confidence up, because I'm dog shit. I'll do it.
And some other stuff. We also got to get a bunch of other games on there. But that was it. Works great. Fun to play a bunch of arcade games on there. And that's that. That's what we did most last week. That's why I wasn't streaming. Where are we at here? So we're gonna do the game predictions first, right? And the Game Awards predictions, and then our top 10.
I got last.
Oh, actually, no, Kelsey. No, we'll save that for Tenet. I saw that you went and watched Tenet.
Yes.
All right, so tell me what you think. Was it fucking weird or what?
It was very weird because like the very beginning, they don't explain shit.
Yep.
They're just like, okay, and then they start calling people. Like they're just doing stuff like you're supposed to know what the fuck's going on.
Yep.
And then, like I don't know if the very beginning was like I don't remember if he said it was like a test, or if it was if it was like real and they pulled him out or something. I don't know.
I think he said it was a test. He's talking about when he's on the boat, right? And he's talking to the dude, and he's like, Tenant. And that's all he can. Yeah.
Which
thought
he uses
said
like once.
He used it 2 or maybe 3 times. He did it when he snuck in with new Batman to that guy's house. And then he used it again when he was in what facility? He did it a second time after that. And I don't remember where, if he was going, I guess spoilers, when he was going backwards or through one of the facilities, or when he was going in. Because he used it like 1 or 2 times. I forgot where it was.
I don't know. But, yeah, I mean, the whole thing was really kind of confusing. Shannon and I tried to like watch
piece
it
together, like when.
You know, and then like at the very end, they're like moving forwards and backwards at the same time. And I was really kind of saddened at the end because of what happened.
Yeah.
You know? Like when you find out what happens to
new Batman.
Yeah. And then I also didn't really know what they were like. I knew they were trying to prevent the destruction of the entire universe or world or whatever.
Yeah.
But I didn't understand the significance of what the guy was doing with the device in the bottom of the thing.
I think was that he was going to explode the actual algorithm, that's what they called it, that would send everything back, that would invert the polarity of all of whatever's around them, and that would cause the Earth's something to break.
Yeah. All right.
But they don't go any. That was one of my gripes. It's like I liked how cool and weird it was, but when it comes down to you sitting down and going, "What the fuck's going on?" They're like, "Don't worry about that. Just enjoy the ride." So I'm like, okay, and I am enjoying the ride, but also some substance, you know?
Let's see. And it was really cool to find out like who was actually running the show. You know? And you started when they started unveiling stuff, you could kind of see things that were happening beforehand going, oh, okay, I got it. You know, that he's like when he,
Go ahead. When it starts tying together, go ahead. You're going.
You know, and then like when the first fight, you know, with
yes, I know what you're talking about.
That was really cool. It was like, okay, but then you're thinking about it, and you're like, at any given point in time, there's like 3 instances of the person running around.
Yeah,
you know, and you're like, I mean, I guess it makes sense because if they're traveling, forward in time, and then if you're moving forward in time and yourself further in the future starts going backwards in time, which will cross your path, and then you stop at a point and start moving forward in time again, you're technically existing in 3 different spots.
You're gonna hit this. That's how when you start talking aloud and what you're watching, you're like, have I gone insane?
But it was a really cool take on like time travel and how the polarities and things work. And then like you find out like what happens at the theater,
The theater.
Do you remember at the theater when he almost gets killed?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, and I don't know. I kind of want there to be like a second movie that like shows how this whole thing came to be,
Because they show us after the fact that he made the plan, but now not how he got from the end of this to that.
Yeah.
I definitely agree that it was quite a ride. Oh, what do you think of Washington's performance? He sounds just like his dad, doesn't he?
He sounds just like his dad, but he doesn't walk with the same confidence. Like,
Oh,
I don't
really?
know if it's just his body posture, but throughout a lot of the movie, he walks hunched over like this.
Oh, okay.
And it seems just kind of weird because like he's supposed to basically be walking the walk, talking the talk, the biggest dick in the room type thing, just swinging it around going, I'm the hot shit right now. You're going to listen to me. This is how it's going to be, and talking his way through things. And it just, in certain parts, it just didn't feel like he was doing that.
In control in any way.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I think he did a great job.
Yeah.
Like, even though he is Denzel's son, he's not Denzel. He is his own person doing his own thing, and he did a great job with this movie.
Yeah, he did. He had his own swag and everything. Like he sounded like his dad, but he still kind of gave it his own flair. Like his action sequences were really good too. Like the one in the kitchen, he was bodying kids.
Kitchen.
On his way out.
When he was like, I might surprise you.
Yeah. So yeah. So I mean, do you recommend it? Were me and Randall going crazy here? We got 1 for 1 or what?
I definitely recommend it. I think it was a great movie. It's definitely a movie though that you would need to watch at least twice to really grasp what's going on, because the first time you're just the first half of it, you're going, what the fuck is happening?
Especially the first time you see them battling in reverse and shit, you're like, what is going on?
And like you don't, because the character is doing his thing like he would in real life. They're not explaining anything. He's just like making phone calls, meeting people, and doing shit. But it doesn't really, like, they don't really explain what his goal is until like later, and then it sort of all ties back in. But you the first like 30 minutes you're going, wait, how did he get here? Why is he here? What is he doing?
It's like super fast. It's like, oh, bam, tenant thing. He's overseas. Meeting. Oh, this is how this shit works with the bullet. Boom, he's talking to Robert Pattinson. Boom, they're in the mission together. Boom, they're out of the mission. Boom, they're going somewhere else. It's like fast paced the first like 30 minutes, I think it is.
Yeah. So definitely would give it a shot.
Let's go.
I can only imagine how great this movie would be if you were high.
Oh my gosh.
Trying to understand this shit. But definitely like give it a watch. Think about it for a little bit, and then like in a couple of weeks, go watch it again. Like with fresh eyes.
And see what you didn't catch before, and with fresh knowledge of what's happening.
That they do I fucking hate it because like every movie does this.
Okay.
Hey guys. Yes. Like I can't fucking stand it. Shannon and I are like, we have the surround sound system in there, and so when when shit's going down, it's all around and you can fucking hear it. And then the guy is just talking like this, just going like, "Hey guys, what are you guys doing?" It's like, "Yeah, I need to go attack that guy, and let me go do this thing, and then we're gonna go backwards, and we're gonna go forwards, and we're gonna jump through the hoop, and it's like, no, just the music should be an ambience, okay? Should be an ambience. It should not be the priority."
Nolan does not give a shit. That he got those complaints, and I think after the movie came out, he was like, "Yeah, I don't care. That's how I wanted it mixed." And I'm like, "Oh, thank you."
Like I've tried turning up. I think Brian at one point told me the center speaker is the one that they usually use for
Vocals.
voices. Yeah, and so I have that like. So if you look at my settings, it's like the two front sides are at like -1, +1 for decibels. The two in the back are at like 0.5 and 1, and then the center's at 14, so that you can fucking hear things, you know. But it doesn't help when you don't get when you're watching a movie that doesn't like if the coding doesn't have surround sound or something in it.
Yeah, then
you know,
it's just
and then you just have the two
two.
speakers on the side, and you kind of just you get the same thing. You're like the napkin floating hits the ground, you know, and then you can hear the guy fart, but you can't hear him talk. It's like, let's talk about this, okay?
He doesn't want to talk about it. He's like, "Yo, I like the mixing. This is it. This is cinematic, bro. This is cinema. This is theater here." No, bro. Like, let us hear what the fuck they're saying, okay? That's part of the dialogue. Is part of the story, right?
Yes.
You know, a good mixed movie? Mad Max.
God, Mad Men. I'm gonna start. Fuck this show. I'm gonna go watch this on Slam.
Especially with surround sound. So if you watched it before your system, Kelsey, like, what I want to watch?
Fury
I
Road.
suggest Mad Max. Yeah.
Fury Road.
Why?
Wait, have you seen Fury Road at all?
No.
That's like a legit action movie.
That's a fun time.
That is a fantastic time. And yes, oh my god, how you not watch Fury Road, bro? You'll enjoy it. It's really cool.
Like good movies?
Do you like Tom Hardy at all?
Yeah.
Or he's the main. He's Mad Max.
It's one of the things that I've wanted to watch. I just haven't gotten around to it.
What about Charlize Theron?
I love her. And Flux? Like, come on, man.
She plays Furiosa in Mad Max. It's like they're like the two main people.
I love Ryan's look. I'm trying.
Yeah, I try to escape because Aeon Flux was not a great movie for me. I watched them like I did not like it.
I liked it. I'm trying to think of what else she's in.
How did you know what you saw?
Atomic Blonde.
Because it was just this the entire time with the camera.
She's in Atomic Blonde.
I haven't seen that either. Well. It's another one on my list.
Remember, okay, so he hasn't seen Spider-Man, so you shouldn't be shocked about this.
When are you going on vacation? It's the 18th, right?
Yeah, it starts this Friday.
So let me give you a bomb Saturday, right? You order some pizza, right? Large, some cheesy shit, right? And have Fury Road and Atomic Blonde ready to go. Start off with Atomic Blonde, and then end with Fury Road.
What is that?
Oh, it's just a movie by Oh, you're not talking to me.
Oh, nice.
So that's that. All right, we're already 40 minutes in. We have yet to talk about the Game Awards, so let's keep it moving.
Apparently, Charlize Theron's in Kubo and the Two Strings, which I also have to watch.
All right, so here's a bomb Saturday for you, right? Get all 3 of those movies and binge them.
Oh, she was in The Legend of Beggar Vance? I didn't know that.
Oh, I didn't see that.
What the hell that is?
Yeah, that's
it's a golfing movie.
Okay.
With Will Smith, Matt Damon, and Charlize Theron.
That's some big names.
It's a really good like classic movie.
Is it based on a true story or is it just an original story?
I think so.
I'm just asking because it's about golf and I'm sure there's some drama happening everywhere. So
it's based on a book.
Oh, okay. Did I mute my phone?
But it's definitely that's one of those ones that I would, if you haven't seen it, I would definitely suggest watching. I really liked it.
Lit. I can add it to the list. All right. Anything else we need to talk about before we get into it?
We're fucking back.
Kelsey, that's what we got to talk about before we start into the Game Awards. You had a quiz on Saturday.
I didn't have a quiz. I had a test.
Whatever. They both grade you.
I actually don't know if they grade. I think there is. Apparently there's. So they
So what is you got to let us know from the beginning for new listeners out there.
So I've been taking Krav Maga for the last year recently. I started in January and had to take a small break when COVID and things hit.
Yeah.
This in November, I started talking to the guy that runs the place about testing into the advanced class and started moving that forward. And Saturday, I got to test into the advanced class with a couple of my classmates, which was awesome. It was hilarious. I started talking to them, and I told them I was going to be out of town, one of the weeks in December.
Yeah.
And I wanted to make sure that I was going to be here for the test, and so I wanted to make sure exactly when it was, because I'm the one that started the whole thing. I'm the one that was like, hey, a lot of us have been here for a while. I really want to test into advanced. How long do you normally have to do it? What are we doing?
Yeah.
Whatever. And started working with the instructor to get it set up, and telling him when I would be available and that kind of stuff. Told everybody, which apparently nobody knew, that I was going to be out of town. So the week of the test, they were all like, "Where the fuck is Brian? Has anybody seen Brian? He's gonna miss the test." Bitch, I'm the one that set up the test, okay? I know when the fuck it is. Okay?
Don't worry about me.
And so then Saturday morning, there's another Brian in the class. So Brian Squared called me, and he was like, "Yo, man, they're testing today for advanced." I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "It's at noon." I was like, "Sweet." I thought, because I had talked to him, and he said it could take a while. He was going to try and get somebody to cover his class at noon so that we could just do the test in case it took a couple of hours. We're not there until 5:00 at night. And I was going to show up at noon regardless, but it was nice to have the official time, when it was going to happen, because I hadn't been there all week.
Yeah.
So then I fucking show up, and the guy's like, "Oh, good, you made it. We were about ready to start looking for your phone number to call you and make sure that you come in." I was like, "Dude, I told you I wasn't going to be here this week, that I would be here for the test."
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, "I thought you were only going to be gone for a day or two." And I was like, "No, all week."
Jeez.
But the test itself wasn't too bad. It actually only took us, there were 4 of us, and it only took us about an hour, a little over an hour to do, because we all actually knew what the fuck we were doing.
Yeah.
He had told us that, there's been several times that people are like, "I want to take the test. I want advanced. I want to take the test." And he gets into the test, and he's throwing clipboards and things at them because they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Oof.
And there was only one move that when he asked us to do it, all of us were like, "I got nothing. What are you talking? What do you mean? What is that?" And it was a simple thing. It's just he wanted us to do an outside block. If somebody's swinging around with a hook or something, you just put both hands up and then grab their arm and put your head against their chest to try to start controlling them. But it was not something that any of us had actually done.
Oh.
But he just he showed it to us, and we're like, "Okay," and then we did it, and he was like, "Oh yeah, you're good."
Lit.
So, and there's also apparently a national database of this stuff, and we're in it now. So if I were to move somewhere and find another dojo that does Krav, I can be like, "Hey, I tested into whatever level. This is my name. Can you please go look me up?" Or if you want, you can contact
so and so.
Yeah, from the other dojo, and he'll talk to him about it, and then go from there. And I think there are grades. I think he does grade on your performance and things. All of us did extremely well. I mean, there was very little that he actually had to correct, which was awesome. At the very end, the only thing he told me that I needed to work on was when I'm advancing, making sure I keep my feet close enough into my stance, because I tend to widen my stance as I'm moving forward.
Uh-huh.
Because if I'm advancing and I'm going into a knee, I'm just putting my leg, my planting leg forward, and then leaving my kicking leg or my kneeing leg in the back, instead of moving forward, setting up, and then going into it. I just kind of do it all in one motion, and it works. But he said if I'm going to advance past level 2, that I'm going to need to definitely work on that. So,
okay, that's pretty dope. I mean, don't put too much gap in between your legs. That's some neutral game right there.
Yeah, you don't want to be off balance. You don't want to be you don't want to be standing on a railroad track, but you also don't want to be on a balance beam. You want to be somewhere in between.
Bars. Shit. You hear that? That's a new mix. Randall's still processing that line.
Yeah, I gotta change my song of the year.
Yeah.
They also have a Krav Maga handshake, and it's getting kicked in the nuts.
Oh no, I'm good, bro. You don't have to say hi to me at all. Like, we just nod. Hey, and that's it.
We did one of Brian's favorite moves.
Pull the gun out
the other day. We were doing a mounted defense. So like if you're on your back and somebody's like straddled over your midsection or hips, and they're just sitting there wailing on you.
Oh, okay.
Not that kind of. Although I have a funny thing about that too. We did what you do is they call it shrimping, and it's basically where you kind of morph yourself sort of into a shrimp and push yourself out, and then get your legs into a position where you can push them with your feet, but then you grab their feet or your foot and hold it up against your shoulder. Ooh. And so their foot's like right here.
And you pushing while holding on to their leg, that's gonna hurt.
Well, no. You it's really hard to describe without showing it to you. Yeah. But basically you get your knees and things between you and the person that's on top of you. Yeah. And then you push them off slightly, but then you have control of one of their legs so that they can't like mount back or kick or hit you. And then you use that leverage to stand up and either get away or do damage to them, so that you're not in the position that you were. Yeah. But I know how much Bryant loves feet, especially near him in his face.
Bryant would just shot the person at that point. His foot's near his face, gun goes off.
That's literally the only reason why I haven't actually tried to learn Muay Thai. If someone's barefoot touches my face,
it's over. Guns are coming out.
Yeah.
Well, we generally wear pads over our feet, so.
Oh, there you go.
There's always one idiot that ruins everything.
Yeah. The other thing I want to tell you is that same day. So there's these two girls in the class that I pick on, flirt with, whatever you want to call it. And one of them, shit, where was it going? We were doing a choke class, and it's very it's hard to tell how hard it is that you're choking somebody, when you're just trying to do the defense and things. And I try not to go too hard because I don't want to over choke somebody and actually hurt them. And she
choke.
Yes. And she's like, "You're not doing it hard enough. Choke me harder, damn it."
I'd have been like, whoa, safety word. What?
And I came home and told Shannon, I said, yeah, I got told one of the hottest things like a man can ever hear, from a woman tonight in class. And she's like, "You're a fucking idiot." And then on last night when we were doing the mounted defense and ground defense, one of the things a ground defense is like you're on your back and somebody's standing over top of you, and you try and keep them between you and your feet so that they can't advance in on top of you. And I asked her, I said, do you want to be on top or on bottom first? Ooh. And she said, "It's up to you." I said, "Well, I prefer being on top, And we had just gotten out of our bag class, which is a lot like yeah, it's a lot like P90X, just high intense cardio workouts. And we were like, we'd done 1,000 sit-ups or held 6 inches or done V-ups or something, for like the 45 minutes that we were in there.
Yeah.
And you have to curl up and keep your shoulders off the ground, which uses a lot of abs while you're trying to spin on the ground and things. And then when the instructor said switch, I said, "Was it as good for you as it was for me?" And she goes, "I think I might vomit." I said, "Yeah, I hear that a lot from my wife too."
Oh, snap. That was a good one. Well, congratulations on the advancement. Next is expert, right?
I think there's 3 levels. I think there's level 1, 2, and 3.
And then Tekken Master.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like I there's only one night. There's technically 2 nights. There's Tuesday and Thursday, but Thursdays there's not enough instructors, so he kind of combines advanced and Muay Thai together. So I do at least get some stuff, but I want to actually go to some of the level 2s, at some point, just because they actually go over like consistently more advanced stuff.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes. Oh, and then tonight I was talking to the instructor Meredith, and I asked her if I asked her about a move, and she's like, I don't have a fucking clue what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, well, clearly I'm more advanced than you at this point. She's only been doing this like 6 years.
Uh-huh.
And
you should have challenged her there. It looks like I think I know more than you, so let's just get this over with. I can be the master of this dojo. Cool.
And then like several months ago, we were doing elbows, and I was really tired. Like I just started doing the bag class and things, and we were doing elbows, and I was like, is that the one where you're standing and you do this? And she goes, they're all standing. And I was like, well, technically no, because I guess yes, but some of them you're like bent over, or you're going down, you're like dropping your body weight down on people. And she's like, well, yeah. And I said, you're not, you could technically throw an elbow from sitting in a chair, you just wouldn't have as much power. And so when I was like, I'm more advanced, you didn't even know about the sitting elbow. Like, what are we doing here?
I don't think you're legit. Let me see your card. You got a real one? What's your name again? I'm gonna look you up in the database real quick. Let me see what level you actually are.
And there was another night when we were doing Muay Thai, and we were doing a combination, and then I started adding on to it and like threw a kick or something at the end. And Matt, the guy who runs the place, is like, how did you know, that was gonna, like, how did you come up with that? And I was like, well, to me, it's just fluid. That would be my next logical step. And he goes, that's what we were going to do. You should run the class. And I was like, okay. And then he was like, all right, guys, we're going to change it up. And I jumped in. I was like, okay, guys, so here's what we're going to do. And I jumped in and started like doing it and demonstrating with somebody.
Uh-huh.
And they're all kind of like looking at me, and they look at Matt, and they're like, get at it. Like,
you heard the man. Get to it. That's cool. All right, Brian, you got to stop cracking your shit on the fucking mic. It sounds like someone's breaking things.
Yeah.
Your knuckles. Anywho. All right.
I crack my knuckles.
So I tallied up who won.
Not me, watch.
But we're not going to just... Why would we just tell you who won? Why don't we just go category by category?
Oh, God.
And embarrass everyone who got it extremely wrong. That's me. So... Let's get it popping. Game Awards 20.
Probably won again. I feel that's what I'm calling right now.
No, there were a bunch that I missed. I know that much for sure. I just don't know, but there were a bunch that all of us missed. So I'm excited to see.
There's someone here that I'm like, how the fuck did we miss this?
Well, The Last of Us took a lot of them that we were hoping other games would take.
Which I think that's what happened. There's like we were like, we know Last of Us is gonna win this. Let's put ours that we want to win.
Yeah. Like I honestly thought that. Don't get me wrong. The Last of Us 2 was obviously a good game. I just didn't care for it watching you play it, and I would have rather had seen some of the other stuff win. But kudos to The Last of Us 2 and the team.
And I second that. Let's start from the bottom up with the the wild card sections.
Do you mean the league section?
Yeah. Best esports host.
Shocks.
The nominees were Golden Boy, Machine, Shocks, Dash, and Sheever. Shocks wins, giving me, Randall, and Kelsey a point. Best esports event. The nominees were Blast Premier, Call of Duty League of Legends. I'm sorry, Call of Duty League Championship 2020, IEM Katowice 2020 League of Legends World Championship, and 2020 Overwatch League Grand Finals. We all won that category because we knew League of Legends was going to win.
If it has League of Legends in that category, it more than likely is going to win.
Yeah. Best esports coach. Zonic, Krusty, Grabs, Zepha, I'm sorry, Rambo. And Zonic was the winner, giving Kelsey a point.
Hell yeah.
Best esports team. Damwon Gaming, Dallas Empire, G2 Esports, San Francisco Shock, and Team Secret. With the winner being G2 Esports, giving Brian, Kelsey, and Randall a point. Brian's holding his nuts right now. That's how fucking... Best esports athlete. Crimsix, Showmaker, Canyon, Shotzi, and Z. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce Ziwoo. Sorry. With Showmaker taking it and giving Randall a point. Best esports game. Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Counter-Strike, Global Offensive, Fortnite, League of Legends, and Valorant. League of Legends won, giving Randall a point. How didn't we all just fucking pick League of Legends?
What was the one before? Who won the one before that?
Randall did. With
what?
Showmaker.
Oh.
You picked Ziwoo. Why did I pick Fortnite like a dumb idiot?
What did I pick?
You and Brian picked Counter-Strike. We know now, every year, League of Legends for esports.
League of Legends just cleans up. It's just the way it is.
Most anticipated game, Elden Ring, God of War 2, Halo Infinite, Horizon Forbidden West, Resident Evil Village, and Breath of the Wild 2. The winner being Elden Ring, giving Kelsey a point.
I'm telling you, you fucking won, dude.
Content creator.
There's a bunch coming up that I just did not.
Content creator of the year was Alana Pierce, J.Ann Lopez, Nick Merckx Kolchev, Timothy Tim the Tatman Batar, and Rachel Valkyrie Hofstetter. The winner being Valkyrie Hofstetter, giving none of us a point.
Who did I pick?
You picked Tatman. Everyone followed me with him the Tatman.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then Brian picked Alana.
That'd be
Best debut game. Carrion, Mortal Shell, Raji and Ancient Epic, Roki, and Phasmophobia. The winner being Phasmophobia, giving all of us a point. Best multiplayer. Animal Crossing New Horizons, Among Us, Call of Duty Warzone, Fall Guys, and Valorant. The winner being Among Us, giving Brian and Kelsey a point. Best sports and racing game. This one pissed me off, but I guess it is a sport. Dirt 5, F1 2020, NBA 2K21, FIFA 21, and Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1+2. The winner being Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1+2, giving none of us a point. Best sim and strategy. Crusader Kings 3, Desperados 3, Gears Tactics, Microsoft Flight Simulator, and XCOM Chimera Squad. With the winner being Microsoft Flight Simulator, giving me and Randall a point.
What did I pick?
Gears Tactics with Brian.
What? That didn't sound right.
That's like my fault because I drove a point saying that I thought no one would give a fuck about this.
No, like Microsoft has been getting super kudos for its simulator.
I'm letting you know what you put it and I typed it in. I have not changed it.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I don't know why I would have picked anything else, but I don't know what my mindset was when we were going for it.
Best family game, I guess. I don't know why they just said best family. Animal Crossing New Horizons, Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time, Fall Guys, Mario Kart Live Home Circuit, Minecraft Dungeons, Paper Mario the Origami King. And this is where it begins. The winner being Animal Crossing New Horizons, giving all of you a point. I picked Minecraft Dungeons like an idiot.
What? You cut out for me. Can you say it again?
The winner was Animal Crossing New Horizons, and you all get a point. You all. You. You know? Not me. Best fighting game. This one was an upset. I thought Grand Blue was going to win this. Grand Blue Fantasy versus Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate Edition, Street Fighter 5 Champion Edition, One Punch Man, A Hero Nobody Knows, and Under Night in Birth EXE late bracket CI-R
clear.
Close bracket. No, I'm reading how it is. It doesn't say clear.
Yeah.
with the winner being Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate Edition, giving Randall and Brian a point. Best role-playing game: Final Fantasy VII Remake, Genshin Impact, Persona 5 Royal, Wasteland 3, and Yakuza Like a Dragon, with the winner being Final Fantasy VII Remake, giving Randall a point. We all went for Genshin Impact because that made sense, but here we are.
I just don't know why a chapter of a game is getting not like awards. It says best role playing game, not part of a game.
Best action / adventure game: Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Ghost of Tsushima, Spider-Man Miles Morales, Ori and the Will of the Wisps, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, The Last of Us Part 2, with The Last of Us Part 2 taking it and none of us getting a point. Best action. This one was a good one that I lost a point. 'Cause I was happy. Best action game: Doom Eternal, Hades, Half-Life Alyx, Neo 2, and Streets of Rage 4, with the winner being Hades and none of us getting a point because we all voted for Doom Eternal.
I'm ugly.
Best innovation in accessibility: Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Grounded, Hyperdot, The Last of Us Part 2, and Watch Dogs Legion, with the winner being Last of Us Part 2 and none of us getting a point. Best VR and AR game: Dreams, Half-Life Alyx, Iron Man VR, Star Wars Squadrons, The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners, with the winner being Half-Life Alyx, giving myself, Randall, and Brian a point. Kelsey, you went with Star Wars Squadrons.
Yeah, because that was one of the games that like it was getting a lot of props for
the VR support,
the VR stuff. But Alex was I should have gone with Alex because it was kind of like one of those. This is definitely gonna win.
It's Valve. They don't make games often, or sometimes they don't even look at certain games ever again. So that's just speaking from the heart. Best community supported game: we have Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Fall Guys, Fortnite, No Man's Sky, and Valorant. And the winner being Fall Guys, giving myself, Randall, and Kelsey a point. Brian, you voted for Destiny 2. Best mobile game: Among Us, Call of Duty Mobile, Genshin Impact, Legends of Runeterra, and then Pokemon Cafe Mix, with the winner being Among Us, giving Randall a point.
What did we choose?
Kelsey
Genshin.
and Brian picked Genshin, and I picked Call of Duty Mobile.
It doesn't be different so badly.
I like being different in last place, I guess. Best indie game: Carry On, Fall Guys, Hades, Spelunky 2, and Spiritfarer, with the winner being Hades, giving myself and Brian a point. Best ongoing game, which even surprised the developers who won this: Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Call of Duty Warzone, Fortnite, and No Man's Sky. The winner being No Man's Sky, giving none of us a point.
What did we pick?
Randall picked Fortnite, and then the rest of us picked Apex Legends. Games for Impact: If Found is one game. Kentucky Route Zero, Spiritfarer, Tell Me Why, and Through the Darkest of Times, with the winner being Tell Me Why, and none of us receiving any points. We all picked Spiritfarer. Best performance: man, I was close. Fuck, I was close. Ashley Johnson as Ellie in The Last of Us Part 2, Laura Bailey as Abby in The Last of Us Part 2, Daisuke Tsuji as Jin Sakai in Ghost of Tsushima, Logan Cunningham as Hades from Hades, Naji Jeter as Miles Morales from Spider-Man and Miles Morales, and the winner being Laura Bailey, as Laura. Sorry, that's why it sounded weird when I said it. As Abby, The Last of Us Part 2. None of us got a point. I voted for Ashley Johnson, the other person in the game. I should have just gone with Abby. And then you guys all voted for Hades. Best audio design: Doom Eternal, Half-Life Alyx, Ghost of Tsushima, Resident Evil 3, and The Last of Us Part 2. With the winner being The Last of Us Part 2. None of us getting a point. We all voted for Tsushima.
Yeah, I'm stupid. I could have swore out loud. I could have swore I went with that, but
I mean, if you want, you can go back and check. This is
No, I don't
I
care.
wrote it
I'm not
as we
saying-
were saying it.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying that apparently I just don't remember what I'm doing anymore.
Best score in music: Doom Eternal, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Hades, Ori and the Will of the Wisps, and The Last of Us Part 2. With the winner being Final Fantasy VII Remake, giving you guys points. I held on to Ori.
For what was the category?
Score in music.
And I chose Final Fantasy.
Yeah. And you won.
Okay.
So you got a point. I think when you suggested it, you literally did the chime that at the end of a battle, and you're like, no one's gonna forget that. Like everyone's gonna love that. So you're like, and I guess it panned out.
Doom is just like
Metal.
Headbanging the same stuff. There really isn't much to it. It's just you know.
But there's nostalgia to
Final
like
Fantasy VII, like I think won, stuff for its. Final Fantasy's always had
great
doesn't
music.
matter which Final Fantasy it is, all of them have an
Really
amazing music setting.
because
like,
I think they've been using the same composer for a lot of those Final Fantasy games.
for
And
like
he's
14 years.
and he's fantastic. So I can see. I don't know why I chose. I mean, I know why I chose Ori. All right, I needed to win something. All right, it's the second time it's been nominated from the first, and nothing. Oh, not nothing. It might have won some stuff. Where are we at? Best art direction: Final Fantasy VII Remake, Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, The Last of Us Part 2, Ori and the Will of the Wisps. And the winner being Ghost of Tsushima, giving Randall a point.
Oh, did I not get that one? I thought. What did I vote for?
And Brian voted for Hades. I voted for Ori and the Will of the Wisps.
So I got third place.
It sounds like Randall's gonna win. He's getting a lot of the individuals.
I think Randall's a fucking time traveler. Best narrative: 13 Sentinels, Aegis Rim, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, The Last of Us Part 2. With the winner being The Last of Us Part 2. Giving none of us a point.
Yeah.
Randall voted for Tsushima, and then the rest of us did Hades. Best game direction: Final Fantasy VII Remake, Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, The Last of Us Part 2, and Half-Life Alyx. Now, the winner is The Last of Us Part 2, giving none of us a point. Me and Brian voted, we held strong to our fucking indie darling, Hades, and Randall and Kelsey went with Tsushima. Game of the year. This one hurt. When you guys told me who won, I'm like, this one hurt.
Yeah.
I'm like, really? Animal Crossing, New Horizons, Doom Eternal, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, and The Last of Us Part 2. With the winner being The Last of Us Part 2, and none of us getting a point. Kelsey voted for Doom Eternal, Randall for Tsushima, me and Brian for our indie darling, Hades. Now the results.
I got third. It's
At a
Kelsey, Randall,
whopping
me, Anthony.
4th place, your boy, with 7 correct. You're welcome, guys. I'm 4th place. 3rd place, with 9 correct, Brian De La Rosa.
I'm getting worse. I was first place maybe twice, then Kelsey, and then I got second, and now I'm fucking third.
I think I got second. I think Randall edged me out.
Second place, with 10 correct, Kelsey.
Yeah.
What the
And then
hell?
wait, this is why I'm like, Randall's a fucking time traveler. First
15.
place with 15 correct,
Yeah, there it is.
Randall. Congratulations. You can flex on him, Randall. You won.
Dog shit.
Take off your shirt.
I'm
We
from the
can't
future
on
and I
Twitch.
got it
Don't do
wrong.
that. And that was
I'm
it.
from the future and I got it wrong.
Yeah, what's up, Brian? You have been literally declining every guess, bro, or every year. And that's that. I guess I'll go last. How do you guys want to do the top 10s? Per category, everyone, or everyone's top 10, and then the next person's top 10? Or how do you guys want to do that?
Category.
Per category? So let's start with...
Yeah.
I forgot I did.
Well, you can just read it from... Randall, it's you have to go over them, not me read it. It's you have to say it, not me. So you can pull it up and just read it. I'm not reading yours. That's what I'm telling you. I'm reading mine. They're reading theirs. You need to speak on this podcast, Randall.
I am gonna speak, but
I'm not reading yours. I'm reading mine. And you can look at mine. I don't want you to look at mine. It's supposed to be suspenseful. Anywho, we'll start with music.
But I went through all this work for nothing.
Well, Randall, all you needed was text. If you did more than that, that's on you. All we needed was text and you reading it.
Okay.
For like the third time now, Randall. This is like the first time we do top 10.
Technically fourth, because we did the decade one too.
And the decade one, too.
What is?
What was that noise?
I don't know.
Did you
They
say
said,
look at this? Yeah, did you say look at this?
I didn't say anything.
Look at this.
Yeah, that's what I thought he said. That's weird. Okay, so do music first. Who wants to start with music? Is there any volunteers before I just pick someone?
For which category?
Music, top 10.
I can do that because that one's pretty easy.
Here
I
we
don't
go.
have much. So
Kelsey's
Megan Thee
top
Stallion
10.
came out with a
2020 music. Hit it.
yeah. Megan Thee Stallion came out with a couple of things that I managed to hear on the radio, but I haven't really heard much. Like I've listened to a couple of the things that Brian had put into there, but none of it was like, fuck yeah, this is I gotta listen to this, So mostly anything Megan Thee Stallion comes out with, and then number one is WAP.
Oh shit. So you skipped
It's
from
Randall's
what number?
favorite song too. He and
I
I were
heard, yeah.
jamming out to it the other day when I was there.
Nice. So I didn't know that was your first. So that's gonna be on his top 10 too? Oh,
Yeah,
sneak peek.
I think it's number 3.
Oh,
He says that he
snap.
listens to it on repeat. So
I believe it. Sometimes I wake up and like on the weekend in the morning and I hear like cheeks clapping. I'm like, that's got to be his.
gotta make it clap like it got the right answer.
Yeah.
That's all I got for music. I really don't I
Okay,
don't
that's
remember
fair.
much. I barely listen to the radio, and when I do, like from the 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah, that's fair. Randall, you got a list there or what
Yeah.
for music? Let's hear it, Papa. Randall's top 10 music of 2020.
Oh. Hold on. I accidentally closed it. All right.
Oh, snap.
Actually, a lot of my stuff is most of it that I listen to, the new stuff that I listen to from 2020 is like lo-fi stuff, but
That's fine.
instead of it being boring, I mixed it up with other stuff that I listen to, so I didn't put all of my lo-fi stuff on here.
You can put all your lo-fi stuff. What do you mean boring? It's your favorite, dude. It doesn't
As
matter
long
what
as it came
people
out
think.
this year,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but I'm okay. Anyway,
Come on, man. That's not how you do top 10. It's what you feel is top 10, not if the list is exciting.
I mean, I had Brian on one of mine for 1 year.
It's because he heard it, he liked it, and he is part of his top 10. Like,
you ready?
Yes, sir. Go for it. You go from top to bottom, right? Number 10.
No, I'm not going in any particular order.
Go for it.
Do you know how difficult it is to pick something over another?
That is the point of the content. Is like, yo, I gotta make a decision.
I thought we just had to pick our top 10.
No, it's
Music.
always been 10, 9, 8, like ranked. It's fine though, but it's fine.
Nah,
it's fine.
well,
it's
you're
fine.
gonna have a problem with me because I didn't rank anything.
That's fine then, man. That's fine. Well then, fucking.
It's really hard for me to do that.
Okay. That's fair. Then your top 10.
Especially with music, because for me, music is based on, it's like an emotional thing. It's like when I'm feeling a certain way, I might listen to an album like the entire week.
Okay.
But, depending on how I feel, I might listen to something totally different.
Okay, that's fair. Then and your top 10, no order.
No order.
Hit us. Not physically.
So here's the thing.
That's the name of the album?
I
no,
went to check this because on iTunes it says 2020.
Yeah.
And then when I went to Google, it says March 2020. You know what allegedly came out in March in 2020?
After Hours?
Okay, so that is confirmed.
Yes, After Hours is this year.
Okay, because I have two different dates in iTunes. One of them says 2019, and then I have another one that says 220. So then I went and Googled it, and Google says March 220.
Okay, if you're looking at a
2020.
specific
Yeah,
song,
2020. I don't know why I was saying.
like some of the singles came out late last year. I think it was either Heartless or Blinding Lights came out.
Blinding Lights and Heartless
came out before 2020 started. So if you're looking at those songs, those will have those as 2019.
All right, so I'm just gonna say I'm gonna start off with the Weekend After Hours.
Okay.
Then Audio Machine, Another Sky. WYS, North Pole.
Okay. I think I've heard of them. WYS?
Nas, King's Disease.
Oh, okay.
I still haven't heard that.
Spicy.
Man on the Moon 3, The Chosen.
Oh, nice. You ended up listening to it? Lit. Is it dope?
I like it.
Oh, right.
I mean, it's
And
more
he's
the
on his
same.
list.
Okay. But like, how much did he like it? I had follow-up questions.
Bugsy Malone, Boxes of Bush.
That's a funny name, bro. I like that.
That's the Gentleman song.
Oh, is it? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jayton, Cabin Fever.
Lit.
I guess this is pronounced Fouché. Deep End.
I don't know. I don't think I know that artist. Fouché?
That's
Fuchia?
Fushee.
Oh, nope. I don't know if I've listened to their stuff.
That's how does it go? I can't. It's in my head, but I can't remember. It's like what she says: part of my and makeup, part of my and makeup.
It's part of your tits and makeup.
Yeah.
I don't know if
You never heard that song?
I don't know if I have. That doesn't.
You know what I'm
ring
talking
any
about,
bell.
right, Brian?
No clue what you're talking about.
Really? Wow.
Is it a TikTok song or something?
I don't know. Maybe it might be on TikTok.
What
Maybe
song?
some by how do you spell it?
It's Fouché. It's called Deep End.
I like when Brian starts type like everything is vibrating. You can hear on the mic, and then he just starts. And like it's like he shot a gun in a race, and Brian's motor started going.
It's because I accidentally sometimes I put my mic too low, so when I swing my arm, I clothesline it. How do you spell it? Like, one more time.
Fuchee.
This song.
Randall, don't play it on
You
there.
can play like 2 seconds. Did y'all hear it though?
You can't play
deep
music.
End. I thought
Yes.
it said deep in.
Oh, I've heard that song before. Yeah,
So you can get that
yeah,
paper?
yeah.
Why am I looking it up on YouTube? I have Spotify.
I've heard it before. I know what song you're talking about. We can't play music on here, Randall.
panicked.
Like not even for a second, because that gets on the VOD, and then now that gets a strike.
Did you hear about that shithead in Congress? I think it is that says that people who get DMCA strikes on Twitch should be put in jail.
What?
Yeah, there's some fuckhead that's like, hey, we're gonna introduce a bill that anybody who gets a DMCA strike should face jail time.
That's what I was listening to yesterday. Harris Heller was talking about it that they might be trying to enforce that if you get DMA strikes, that it's going to be considered a felony.
Whoa.
That's stupid considering Nintendo just auto does it to everybody.
It's absolutely ridiculous. Like,
Yo, can you imagine that fucking jail talk? Hey, what are you in for? Yeah, I stabbed like 7 people. They all dead. They did me dog. Whatever that means. What you in here for? I played Legend of Zelda song on my video.
But they wouldn't put you in the same company as murderers.
They will. They don't care.
Yeah,
Once you're in there, they don't give a
Gen
fuck.
Pop is anybody.
They don't
That's
care.
the point of general population.
It doesn't matter who you are. I mean, who you are, if you have a lot of cash, I'm sure you get like the VIP version of jail, which I don't know what that is, but they'll just throw you in. They don't care if you're a murderer, a rapist, or whatever. Hey, you're in there. You all did felonies, so enjoy your company. Did they care? Anywho, let's get back with that. That went super political really quickly. So let's go back to getting that paper.
I looked up the song. I never heard that in my life.
I think it is a TikTok song, by the way.
It is.
I think I heard it on TikTok. Yeah.
Chill Out Lounge, Gypsy Night. It's like a cool lo-fi music that I like to listen to when I'm doing art.
Oh, okay.
Don Toliver, no idea.
The
I
name
didn't
of
hear Halo's album either.
Yeah, me neither. Is that a track or is that the name of the album?
That's a track.
Okay. And that's your 10?
Yeah.
Lit. Dunzo. Brian. Top 10 2020 music. Lay it down.
In any order, just go for it.
No, I actually put it in an order. What was I gonna say? The huge asterisk by my own list because there's so much I didn't listen to. So this isn't like, yo, this is the best. This is from what I've heard. Because there's a lot of singles on here instead of the whole
point
album.
of the top 10. Like it's whatever you've listened to or watched or whatever. I mean, there's a shit ton of movies and things that I haven't seen either.
Did I ask him to interrupt my top 10?
Yeah, you did.
I don't think I did. All right, so boom, top 10, Ravina Moonstone EP. Number 9, Drake Dark Lane demo tapes.
Damn.
Why, is in low or is in the fact that it was mentioned?
Well, to be honest, that it was mentioned by you because I don't think I've heard you listening or rapping those songs. Besides, what was that one track?
Here. Oh, Desire.
Yeah, I want his eyes. That's something I've ever heard you say. So I'm like, I don't think he likes this fucking album.
The album entirely is all right. There's like 4 songs that made me put the whole thing on here.
Okay.
Which is Desires is a main reason.
I'm sure. That's what I'm like, oh shit, I made the cut.
Especially if whoever hasn't heard it, especially when the beat drops and Drake goes, ooh, when the snare hits. So you listen to Desires, I like Future's part, I like Drake's part. Beat changes, snare hits, he goes, ooh. So make sure you go listen to that.
That's top 10 award winning right there.
Yeah, that's my favorite part. All right, number 8 is Giveon with When It's All Said and Done. That's the EP or album, one of those. Number 7 is Giveon Take Time. That's the other album or EP, whichever one that was. Number 6, Jaden Rainbow Bap. I didn't hear the whole album, but I would loop this song. So
okay.
Number 5.
Oh, and you like
Jesse...
Rainbow Bap more than Cabin, right? Okay, fair.
Number 5, Jessie Ware, What's Your Pleasure?
Okay.
It's Baby Girl. Number 4 is my most listened to song of the year, Thundercat Dragon Ball Durag.
Yeah, that checks out. That fucking checks out.
That's literally my anthem. In Children of Morta, I tried the final boss, died. Tried it again with this song playing, I almost perfected it.
Oh, holy shit.
So
that's your spaceships.
That's my song of the year. Yeah, if this is music in general, but if it was down to one song each instead of albums,
Dragon Ball Durag,
it would have been my number 1. Easy.
Okay.
Number 3, and the 2 and 3 spot in my head was the hardest to actually order, but then I'm like, you know what? Let me just go based off of the Spotify playlist, the one that makes every year, and whichever album had more songs.
Oh,
that's what I made second.
You use guidance. That's weird.
I mean, that's what it's there for.
Okay, I mean, yeah, you're right.
So number 3 was Tame Impala, The Cold Rush.
That's the one with Borderline, right?
That.
In the album.
I remember that. Like
the cover art's a desert.
It's like a desert in a room.
In a room, yeah. That's the one with Borderline.
Okay,
yeah.
I think it was the podcast. It's to shut down
DMCA
Jail Boys.
What's a cover? So they can't DMCA me for performing my own version of the song.
If you don't have the license for it.
Call Tame Impala right now.
What if you did a cover, but you're so good you sound exactly like the artist?
DMCA immediately. The
so
algorithm would be
stupid.
like, this is
even if you sound like dog shit. If you don't have the appropriate license, I don't know if that's the mechanical license or what the name of it is, you can get sued.
Let's go. Bring it on, Tame Impala.
Even if you did a cover?
Apparently that's changed now. I didn't know that was a thing.
Your song.
You'd have to change it.
I mean, bands cover other bands all the time.
They might be on the same label.
No, if you have permission, that's fine. If no one cares that you did it,
ridiculous, man. Like,
if no one cares that you did it, that's a different thing. But by law, if you don't have X license, whether it's you're performing someone else's song, that means that there's I don't remember the names of the licenses, but the songwriter, the content of the song has one license. Performing it itself, another license, and then there's one license that puts the two together. So if no one cares to sue you,
then
got
cool.
Lucky.
But
if you sing the happy birthday song, I can't sing it. The sisters who wrote it will literally sue you for millions.
That's where we live in, Randall.
That has to be the no.
Yeah, the whole world.
Do they not realize how many people in this world sing that song?
The word you're thinking of is greed.
I know it's greed, but still.
Because I thought you were gonna curse me out. I'm like,
no, I'm just thinking to myself, like, how could that? That's like a monopoly. How could that even be allowed? Like, everyone sings that song
for free for a long time, and they're like, time to get paid, bro.
Yeah, I mean, they wrote it. It's their property.
All right.
So you had 3, Tame Impala, Cold Rush. 2, Brent Faiyaz, Fuck the World.
Oh, I'm a walking direction.
The whole album.
Oh, I thought you just meant the top. Okay, you meant the whole thing.
Album.
The whole. Yeah. I forgot it was called. The whole thing was called that.
And then number 1, spoilers, The Weeknd, After Hours.
Mm-hmm. Damn, that sounds very similar to Anthony's Top 10 2020 music. Let's dig in.
Dragon Ball Do-Rag, so
I don't. I'm sorry. It's not credible.
Okay.
All right, let's get it popping, bro. Number 10, we have Joji, Nectar. Brian's like, what is it?
No, I knew I forgot something on here.
You think it was Joji?
No, it was Chief Keef Status.
Oh, my God. Anywho, after Joji, we got Katy Perry, Smile, for number 9. Number 8, Jaden, Cool Tape Volume 3. Dope selection of vibes. We got I forgot. I'm crazy that Brian didn't put this on here. We got 10, 9, 8. Number 7, Duke Dumont, Duality. What is fire ass EDM?
Oh, that was this year?
Yeah. No. Well, there's that. What is it? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Oh, Ariana Grande, Positions is number 6. She nailed it again this year with her.
Neither.
With a bunch of really good R&B and pop songs. Number 5 is Drake, Dark Lane Demo Tapes. There's 2 songs on here that I've had almost on repeat all year, which is definitely playing to the truck to the like that start to that song.
Chicago Freestyle.
Yeah, that hype immediately.
Say too many words. You might get DMCA'd.
Yeah, I'm waiting for them to be like, yeah, you can't put that podcast online.
Dude, like, I can't believe the shit that they were going through.
It's really bad.
I mean, this isn't a recent thing either. There's years, decades of.
It's just now they're enforcing it a lot. There's easier tools to enforce it for the people who owns it.
But they didn't really start cracking down about think about how many people were playing stuff on their Spotify on stream for years with no problem, and then the pandemic hit, and the companies were like, you know what? We haven't wasted enough money this year. Let's start going after people.
It's kind of like we're losing money, and now that no one's going to concerts, we're losing more money. So how can we get money back from the music that they're producing? DMCA. That's our ticket. What am I at? 5 was Drake. Okay, 4 was Jessie Ware, What's Your Pleasure? 3 was Ellie Goulding, Brightest Blue. Believe me, I'm surprised there's anyone here that's on my list, because she's usually doesn't come up with a bunch of hot stuff. This album was like a departure for her in a good way. She sounds cool doing some new heights on this album. Is like an R&B Ellie Goulding that sounds really good. Okay. And there's some other tracks on there that's things I haven't heard her in, and she actually sounds really well doing. Number 2, Kehlani. It was good until it wasn't. Like a bunch of R&B hits for me that I'm lit. I like her voice, a lot of flow in a lot of her tracks. I was digging. The later half of it mostly. The first half was oh, okay. But the later half got me. And then, of course, as Brian's fucking surprise, number 1, The Weeknd, After Hours. The man was robbed. But he's on my top. All right? So, Abel, when you watch this, because almost everyone watches this show, you're welcome, bro. And that's it for my music. Top 10 2020 music. Wrapped. Now, movies. Let's get it popping. Kelsey, But I can go the same order, I guess. Kelsey, hit me with your best shot top 10 2020 movies.
You're not doing Randall first?
No, you started off with music before, so I'm just doing the same loop.
Oh, it's because that's right. I volunteered because mine was short.
Yeah, but do you want to wait? We could do someone else.
No, it's cool. I just for some reason thought Randall went before me. I don't know why.
Okay.
So movies 2020.
Let's hit it.
I don't think I actually watched 10. 1, 2, 3.
Join the club, dude.
I only watched 7 this year.
Join the fucking club, dude.
So number 7 was Birds of Prey. I don't even know why I put this on here. Because, like, I think it's just because I didn't have 10. I really didn't care for that movie. I thought it was pretty bad. I didn't like the way that they did anything in that. You know, it was just kind of a cash grab, and to me, it was terrible.
Okay.
This is top 10, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You should have just left it out then, dude.
I didn't even have 10, and I was like, well, I guess I'll throw that on there because
No, you should put stuff that you liked as your top 10.
Quickly assess your list and don't mention what you don't like.
And tell me how many you have left.
I have 6 left. Like the other 6 are fine.
Okay, cool. That's good.
But that literally was just I watched it. Let's throw it on there. Let's just see how this goes.
Okay,
So,
that's fair.
Number 6 is Justice League Dark Apocalypse War.
Mm.
Really like that. Thought it was awesome. Trolls World Tour. All of the Trolls stuff is really good.
I just have to watch those. I haven't watched a single Trolls movie yet.
Number 4 was Sonic the Hedgehog.
That
was this year.
Yeah, that was early this year.
Yeah, it was this year. It was like early this year.
Yep.
Number 3 was Tenet because it was like it's one of those movies that like I think it's really good.
Yeah.
But it's so confusing that you're just still kind of going, wait, so are they forward? What direction are they moving in?
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
And then this one's kind of a toss-up because I really enjoyed both movies.
This is the best.
1 and 2 are Bad Boys for Life and Onward.
Okay.
But I still stake the claim that they missed out with Bad Boys without making a third one and calling Bad Boys for Life as like the final one. You know, I feel like that was kind of an oversight. But I know that Will Smith. I think Will Smith says he doesn't really like to do sequels. And even though he was in Men in Black 1, 2, and 3, and then 3 Bad Boys, and there was one other one.
Because honestly, sometimes you don't like to do something, but there's sometimes an arrangement of zeros and commas that says "fuck it, I'm doing it." So,
I don't know. I'm pretty sure he was pretty set for life after Fresh Prince. I don't think it really matters what he does after that.
But I mean, then he had kids, then he got married. That's all expensive stuff to do. Then you got to give him more zeros, and they're like, "Shit, I'll do this." They all need cars. Did you set a ranking for those, or you just left it at interchangeable?
No, they were interchangeable. I mean,
how dare you?
Like, because they're two different styles of movie. Like, I really enjoyed Onward and Bad Boy. Like, if I really had to pick one, Bad Boys for Life would be number 1.
There you go. Commit. That's what that feeling that you just gave to Onward. You're probably going fuck, but Onward. That's the point of this top 10. You make hard decisions. You cut your kids. You know what I'm saying? Don't actually cut your kids, people. This is a figure of speech. All right, Randall, you're up next, Baba. Randall's top 10 20 Baba. Why not?
What the hell? That was weird.
Top 10 2020 movies.
Starting at number 10.
These are all unordered, you said?
No. I didn't do anything in order.
Okay, so then your top 10 collectively. So go for it, I guess.
All right. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, please. You're like leaning the other way, and I'm like, please no.
So we have Mortal Kombat Legends, Scorpion's Revenge.
Nice.
Project Power, The Invisible Man, The Hunt, Justice League Dark Apocalypse War, Sonic the Hedgehog, Extraction, Underwater, Unhinged, and Tenet.
Oof. Okay. Ran through those. Brian, your top 10,
No.
20, your
My
top
top
7, top 7, 2020 movies.
Yeah. Nah, you ready?
Are these ordered?
Always.
Number 7, hit me.
Invisible Man. The first
Ooh.
2/3 of the movie carried the last third that was not good.
Gotcha.
6, Eurovision Song Contest.
Yes. Play ya ya ding dong.
5, Palm Springs.
Okay.
4, Birds of Prey. Fucking thought. 3, Mortal Kombat Legends, Scorpion's Revenge.
Damn, you guys really hot. Y'all leveled the shit out of that.
2, Fast of Night.
Oh,
And
what?
And 1,
Gentleman.
And 1, The Gentleman.
Oh, okay. I was not expecting that list. I don't know why I wasn't expecting that list, even though I know what you watched.
You don't know me.
Interesting. Anthony, what's your top 10? Yo, so Anthony, Anthony, you know what my top 10 is?
Anthony,
So
before you get into the top 10, what are your top 10?
Yo, let me tell you what my top 10 2020 movies are. You feel me, player? Ready. Number 10, Underwater. Number 9, Birds of Prey. What's going on, Brian?
You looked around like you wanted a reaction from us.
I didn't get a reaction. I looked around. I'm like, no one care? Moving on. 9, Birds of Prey. Number 8, On the Rocks. I think I've mentioned that talking about before. Number 7, 10, 9, 8. Yeah, 7, The Vast of Night. 6, Invisible Man. 5, Onward. 4, Tenant. That's what I'm talking about. 3, Palm Springs. Number 2, The Gentleman.
Robbed.
And number 1, Easy Lock, 1917.
Oh, that was this year.
Yes, it was this year. Easy Lock.
Still have to watch that too.
And that's it for Anthony's top 10 2020 movies. Now the most difficult fucking top 10 I've done, I think, up to date.
This one was harder because I didn't give a shit about a lot of things. Like, some days I played, I'm like, I did it, and then I moved on with my life.
Damn, I wish I had that year. I played too many games I loved.
Most of my year was covered by one game, so that's also a reason.
Okay, that's fair. Kelsey, you're up, man. Top 10 2020 games. Oh, I'm sorry, it's not top 10.
I have 8.
Your top 8 2020 games. Hit me. Number 8.
So number 8 is Mortal Shell.
Oh, okay.
Number
That's
7 is. Go ahead.
That was the Demon Souls clone, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. What was your 8?
Mortal Shell.
Mortal Shell.
I could have sworn he said he didn't like that.
He enjoyed it. He said it was empty. Like there wasn't that much to do.
Yeah, like the game, it was a cool game. The idea was really cool. I really liked the mechanics and things. There just wasn't anything to do. I also played it on hard mode because I went and collected all the weapons and then decided to go do stuff when I could have done things in a different order and actually had an easier time. But I mean, that's also part of playing the game is that you don't know what the hell you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
So, number 7 is Fall Guys.
Nice.
Number 6 is Genshin Impact.
Nice.
Number 5 is Risk of Rain 2.
Some heavy
Number
picks here.
4 is Gears Tactics.
Oh, that's true. He did play through that.
I didn't finish it, but I really enjoyed, what I
Mhm.
what I played. Number 3, sorry, Bryant, it's Hades.
Oh, that's probably Brian's top. So. Oh, yeah, that fist right there. He's trying to control it right now. He's gonna go through the internet.
Number 2 is Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh, nice.
PC
Okay.
version, that's right.
I already
Yeah,
know what
because
his
the PC
number one
version
is.
came out this year.
You know what his number 1 is?
I
Hold
already know
on,
what his
Kelsey.
number one is.
And Randall, guess his number one.
Electric guitars.
I don't
Doom
get the
Anthony.
reference. Doom. Got
Yes,
it.
Hello Kitty, My Little Island.
Yeah. Imagine that being his actual one. He's like has footage of him playing it and loving it.
Giggling.
Yeah.
No, number one is obviously Doom Eternal. You can't get you. It's hard to get better than Rip and Tear. The music, the game was awesome. You know, it really was a nightmare on Ultra Nightmare. So
Gotcha. That was Kelsey's top 8 2020 games. Or top 8 games of 2020. I should start saying like that. Randall, what is your... You have 10?
No.
Okay. So what number you got?
Hold on. Whatever number you have, I want you to tell me what the top one is because you made a bold claim in the middle of the year, and I want to make sure that's the correct one.
Oh. Those are facts.
Is said game
I'm
your
still
top
sticking
one?
with that.
Okay,
You didn't
that's all I
play
wanna
it.
know.
I did. I loaded it up. I didn't play much, but I loaded it up.
Yo, this is... Okay, go for it, dude. That's your list. You can live with that. You played a little bit of it, and it's in this top. Okay, go ahead. Don't look at me, Randall. That's your list. Go for it. Not ordered. Because I don't know why you're
Why
trying
am
to...
I being ridiculed for my list?
Go for it. I'm waiting for you to tell me your unordered list. But you had a number one. Go for it.
So
Lord Randy.
we have Fall Guys.
Yeah. Season
We
3
have
just started, by the way. For people.
What?
Season 3 just started for Fall Guys. It's
Yeah.
like winter themed.
We have Streets of Rage 4.
Yeah. That shit was fun.
We have NBA 2K21.
At least he didn't play it.
And I played it. I
Oh.
didn't play Madden.
Oh, that's what it was. It was Madden.
Because
That's
it got
right.
so many
Bad reviews. Yeah.
And I don't think the next gen one has come out yet.
Okay. That's fair. They probably, knowing EA, they might not do a next gen. Like next year's version is going to be next gen, if I had to guess.
Ghost of Tsushima.
Nice. Jin Sakai. That should have been your game of the year, but let's continue with
That's
your...
what I was referring to.
I'm just
but-
going to stop there.
Go. What was your last one?
I'm done.
You said how many?
I don't know how many there were. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 games.
So you had 5. You had a top 5. So what was that top one?
There is no top one.
Oh, okay. You
So
said
then he still lied to us then because he said Ghost of Tsushima was gonna be his top.
Brian in the wind tunnel. What
Yeah.
the fuck was that?
Speaking of Randall's favorite game, Cyberpunk, have you heard about all the mess that's going on with the Xbox One and PS4 versions?
I saw gameplay footage of it. It looks atrocious on those
Yeah.
consoles.
Apparently, they're I think it was CD Projekt Red told people that they can return the game,
Yeah,
but then Sony was like having a little bit of issues with it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sony's like trying to be like, no, you can't have refunds.
Yeah,
It's like, okay, well, the guy who made it is saying, please refund them their money.
Yeah.
They said that even they said if for whatever reason where you bought it won't let you, contact this email.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, so they're doing that.
They're working with whoever to try and get this fixed. But yeah, apparently they like focus so much on the next gen consoles that they just kind of let the other ones go to
Yeah.
the wayside.
do you guys feel
and
like
it's
it would have been selfish if they didn't come out with a if they didn't come out with PS4 and Xbox?
Honestly,
I wouldn't think it's selfish, but I mean, when this game was announced, those were the consoles that were out. So it's kind of one of those like, okay, and they said it was coming on those consoles.
if it was to the point where you're like, if we're gonna do this, we have to delay the game, I would have said fuck off. You can wait later.
But
for
that's
PS4 and Xbox One.
that's what happened. It's been delayed because they were trying to get that to work.
Right. So when it got to that situation, when they
Yeah.
had that meeting, we can release this game later or not at all.
Yeah, it's just it's rough because like I saw gaming footage of both the X. They're like sub 20 frames a second. It's running like at 15 FPS. And things are still popping in, loading. Models are at like the worst level of detail. They're just like fucking walking polygon. Bro, it is busted. If you're playing, these are the PSA right here. If you're playing Cyberpunk or plan on playing it, make sure it is on an Xbox Series S, Xbox Series X, PS5, PC, or Stadia. Do not
don't expect it to be flawless. There's still bugs.
Yeah.
That's happening.
They did a press release where they're talking about how they're trying to basically salvage the reputation of CD Projekt Red because they there was a lot of people that were like huge fans with like the Witcher series and things, were expecting a lot of great things with with this company and this game, and they had delayed it a bunch already, and then it came out and it was literally unplayable on the the previous gen consoles. And so they're like, we feel like we've basically lied to our to part of our community, and there's a lot of distrust now from players that got it for the older consoles that haven't been able to secure the newer consoles and whatever. And so now they're basically just trying to salvage their reputation so that people will still enjoy the games and things. But I mean, I said this a while ago. I was like, when they delayed it from March to September or whatever,
April.
I was like, you should have just said, we're gonna wait another year. Wait till the new consoles come out. Wait till everything goes live. Test it on everything to make sure that it still works, because you're gonna have people that are gonna play it on the previous gen because they either can't afford or can't secure. Especially can't secure this year because of these fucking assholes.
Yeah.
The scalpers. And then they released it in December, which was still like not a bad idea, but they've already started talking about how they're coming out with 2 massive patches in January and February to fix a lot of the bugs. I personally haven't heard of anything that's like super game breaking, but
it's
you
just
never
a lot of jank, but it'll take you out of it because it's like weird shit that I've seen.
I got stuck in a chair.
What?
Mid-fight. I got stuck in a chair. I tried to jump, got stuck in a chair. And then the other time, I went to a fight, and I didn't have weapons. I couldn't pull out a gun, so this guy put me into a corner and put hands on me until I died. Because I couldn't pull weapons out.
There's a YouTuber I follow. He just put up a collection of the weird bugs he found while playing Cyberpunk. And there's one where the glass doesn't make sound. So you're breaking it, and it just breaks. There's no sound. And when he went to climb it, it shot him like 500 meters behind. He went up and just flew backwards. And then he landed. He had to go run back to where he was at.
There are times, PC?
Yeah, it was on PC.
There are times when, I'm on my bike, right? Someone will hit me. Doesn't launch me off of it, but they hit me. We both come to a stop. Out of nowhere, my vehicle's under theirs, and I go shot out. This happened like 3 times.
There's a video of like the random teleportation stuff where somebody's like talking to a guy, and they're like in like a locker room or something, and they're standing there talking, and then all of a sudden the dude teleports to inside one of the lockers, opens it, walks out, looks at you, and then just walks away.
What?
Fucking literally is like standing there like we would be talking, having a conversation, and then it goes, and then he just flies back into the locker, opens it, and goes, and then leaves.
So when is these patches supposed to come out?
The patches are coming incrementally every month. Like they're constantly patching it.
They're having like a huge patch in January. I think they said that they're gonna, with the holidays and things coming up, people are gonna be gone. Yeah, which is another thing. Like that's another reason they should have just pushed it to January. It's like the holidays are here. People are gonna want to go home and take vacation, especially like working on a massive game like this. Like they're gonna want to take some time off.
Yeah.
And then releasing it and having all these bugs and things, like especially if something were game breaking, like people are already stressed out to begin with.
Or they're gone already. Like they took the PTO, they're gone. You have a skeleton crew working on these major bugs. Nah.
I would have just asked previous gen.
Yeah.
And until I knew for sure that it was like, I think if they would have asked previous gen, everything else would have had less bugs.
Yeah.
Well, they wouldn't have the flack that they're getting now. Because Witcher 3, when Witcher 3 launched, also a buggy mess.
I was just getting ready to say that. I saw so many videos where people were saying that Witcher had initially when it launched, they had a bunch of bugs.
Yes.
But then they fixed it, and it became like one of the greatest games ever.
That's what
and they fixed it quick too.
And they fixed it. So like it's, I don't doubt this will be fixed. The only thing that I'm like, whoa, is the previous gen. They needed. I don't know how they're gonna fix that.
They need to let that go, man.
But it's already out. People paid for it. It needs to run somehow. Even at 15 FPS, it needs to be game finishing. They need to be able to finish the game to be like, all right, you got what you got, and maybe get them a rebate or some shit or discount, or just give it to them for free.
Yeah,
you know how like some games come out with like the PC version, or like they come out with the console and then the PC version later, or vice versa. Mm-hmm. I feel like it should have been a situation like that where clearly this game was made for PC or next gen, and they should have just came out with the PC version first and then came out with next gen. I don't even think they should have, because this game is so beefy. I have a hard time believing that it was even meant to be on PS4 or Xbox.
I don't think so. I think it might have started that way, but once it started adding more and more rendering techniques in a bigger world and more NPCs running around, like it outgrew those consoles quickly because they were developing it on PC. So
it was originally announced when beginning of PS4 life cycle.
It's been 8 years, so I'm sorry. What year are we in? 2012.
2020. PS4 has been around 7 years.
So around that time, 2012.
Yeah, I mean they probably were originally developing it for the PS4, but
it outgrew it.
I mean, they never should have released it for the PS4. They should have just been like, guys, look, we're sorry, it will not run with as much as that we put into it on the PS4 and Xbox One. You're gonna have to upgrade. At this point, they should just offer whoever bought it for the previous gen a free upgrade to the next console whenever they get it, and let them play it then.
But that's already part of it. If you bought it on PS4, you have it on PS5 with all the bells and whistles.
Yeah, it's a free upgrade. I mean, they do free upgrades for all sorts of stuff. No,
but I mean that was announced before this came out. Like once you bought it on one console, you got it on the next one.
Oh, okay.
Then they already have that set in place before this game came out.
Yeah,
what they should do, which is going to be tough because they always do a whole year free DLC, and they already announced that for this, is whenever they do release a big DLC or the next DLC or season pass for PS4 and Xbox owners, whoever bought it this date and earlier, give them the whole season, give them the whole DLC.
Just give them everything, because that just sucks. I can only imagine I'm a fortunate person, so I have all other platforms to play it on. But if it's little fucking Sammy from across the street who's like, yes, I get to play Cyberpunk during my holidays on my PS4, couldn't get a PS5 because, we all know why. Sits down and he sees what I saw in that video, I'd be fucking tight. Like that's another level of what the fuck did I pay? It's $60, my guy. That either came out of his pocket or his parents. That
Witcher 3 was never this broken too. There was like bugs, but it was never like, from what I've seen.
It wasn't the mess that PS4 and Xbox on Cyberpunk is now, but it was also a buggy mess. I don't know if it was the same bugs, but it was also a bug fest when it came out. I remember
it being buggy, and people like me were complaining about the movement system.
And they rearranged that.
It was fixed pretty early.
So
is there
go for it.
Is there a video? What is the video you keep referring to? Like, I've only heard things, I haven't seen anything. And like I'm looking up some videos, and it looks like it runs fine on the PS4, but I'm not entirely.
What? On the PS4 is running like at 15 FPS. Don't look up PS4 Pro. Look up PS4. Because remember, there's two SKUs of PS4s, and then the PS5 came out.
How did we get here?
Because Brando almost had the audacity to put Cyberpunk as his top 10, playing less than 24 hours of it on an open world game.
I have faith.
Okay, I mean, when you play it and then you finish playing it and you go, I did like it, you can add it to your list.
Yeah, that's the thing.
This isn't. I wish it was my top 10.
Yeah.
I mean, when it came out, I would just put it on your top 10 for next year.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we can start doing that because these games are coming out late. I don't have time to. I bought Immortals. I still haven't gotten started yet, and I know that's gonna be a banger. So I played the demo, and I'm like,
so many games that I want to play, like,
and all of them are open
Immortals, Valhalla, Cyberpunk.
I still gotta do Watch Dogs too.
Yeah, I mean, I've thought about it. I don't know that I'm actually going to because like I
You
played the
didn't like the
first
other one.
two,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, eh.
Gotcha.
The way that they do things, it just really isn't exciting.
That makes sense. What's up, Brian?
So, since we're all here now, what's the cutoff date that you guys want to do?
I was gonna say as soon as November ends. So November
Yeah.
30th is the last day, and then we'll start adding it. So
Yeah.
anything that came out December 1st or after is fair game for next year.
Okay.
So
I already
you can-
took off what they called from my list, but for everyone who wasn't here when we said it earlier,
When did Miles come out?
November. It came out launch day.
So that doesn't count then.
I wouldn't count it because it came
November, you
out
said?
because it came out with the system, if I'm not mistaken, and that was November what? When did the PS4s drop like officially? November 19th, right? Yeah. So that would be this year.
No, not 19th, because I had mine the 17th.
Oh, then can you double check for me on that date? Someone can. Well,
12.
the 12th.
Yeah, it was November 12th.
That sounds correct.
Okay.
I got mine on the 14th, I'm sorry.
The man lied out loud. What? All right, let's keep this thing rolling here. That was Randall's top 4 games. We got Brian. What number?
You really
4.
only played 4 games this year? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Like, I thought you played more than that.
It might have been older games from.
I potentially could have played more games, but yeah, I didn't. It's kind of hard for me to play as much as I would like to play because I'm still like trying to balance like working on my little side projects. So I don't get a chance to put as much hours into gaming.
All right. Brian, yours is also 4?
No, 10.
10. Okay. Jesus. I thought you said also 4. And I'm like, what?
No.
Brian's
So, disclaimer. I have about 24 hours in Cyberpunk, but it came out in December, so I'll leave it for next year.
Gotcha.
Um,
Brian's top 10 games of 2020. Number 10. Hit me with it.
Marvel's Avengers.
Ooh,
And I
okay.
say this
I was not expecting
from what I
that.
played. Again, from what I played. Another disclaimer, Fall Guys was on here when it came out. The more I played it, the lower it got. It's not on there anymore.
Oof. Damn.
Really?
Just saying.
Okay. No,
Yeah.
that's on par. Cobra actually in the chat did the same thing. He uninstalled Fall Guys today
What? Why?
because he doesn't like the way that they do like the crowns, like the currency and stuff, and some other things.
I don't really play it on my own. Like, I think if people wanted to like join up as a squad, that would be fine. But it's not one of those games that I'm like, I really want to go play this by myself. Unless I'm just trying to burn some time, or if Shannon wants to play.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I agree. But I
Yeah,
love
the-
that game, man.
Yeah.
The game's
I know.
adorable and it was cool at first. The more you play it, the more you realize the bullshit in the game and the way it's designed. And I'm just like, this isn't fun anymore.
That's fair.
The idea of how they do Battle Royale, but
Excellent.
once it's off of paper and into like
Your hands.
actually your hands, you can do this needs things. So yeah, 10 Marvel's Avengers. I literally played it for 24 hours straight.
Yep.
The game needs a lot of things. I got DLC, which I haven't tried yet. It just needs more content. I'm hoping it grows to be the game that it could be.
I'm right there with you.
Number 9, Panzer Paladin.
Damn, that's one that I probably missed. That would probably be on my list from the way you were describing it, but I didn't get a chance to play.
Number 8, Legends of Runeterra. Number 7, Grand Blue Fantasy Versus.
Oh, okay.
Number 6, Streets of Rage 4, despite getting murdered by my team. Despite having only one teammate I can count on.
Yeah.
5, Minecraft Dungeons. I enjoyed the game when I played. I just didn't get around to
playing
continue
it.
playing.
Yeah, I'm
but
like,
I
you're
enjoyed
missing
what I
out. It's
played.
just fucking dope.
Number 4, Moving Out.
Oh, yeah, you did play that with me, Jenny Anna.
Number 3, Risk of Rain 2.
Oh, that's high up there. Okay.
Number 2, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I didn't play as much as Anthony, but
Yeah, I'm like, wait, what did you just say out loud?
I played it for over 10 hours.
Hey, man, again, it's fair game. It's before November, you know?
Yeah,
Or
I don't have Anthony hours, but I still play them.
okay, that's fair.
And then number 1's Hades.
Man, could not have guessed that
I
one.
couldn't have guessed that one at all. Anywho, that was Brian's top 10 games of 2020.
Anthony,
Yeah, man, what's
what
up?
are your top 12 games of 2020?
12? I could fit more than 12, actually. If I put my entire
Also,
list of games,
hold on.
it's more than 12.
Also, disclaimer,
Yeah.
the way I had it before the cutoff,
Yeah.
Hades would not have changed. I just want that to be clear.
Oh, fucking facts, I guess. You guys want to give a guess of what my top is, or should I just go?
10?
No, just my. What do you think my number one is?
You know,
Because you know, Papa, he gets around games. So you know what I'm saying? He played a lot of games. So what y'all thinking?
I already know what it is.
Oh
I know
shit!
what it is too.
Oh,
I
so you
know
read
what
it?
Yeah.
You read it?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, I
Oh,
didn't
don't
read
say
it,
it.
but I know what it is.
Oh, well, I
I
want
know
you
what
guys to
it is. You ready?
guess.
Ori.
Okay, Brian, guess.
Yeah,
Ori.
Warrior 2.
TF2.
That was good.
And just for the record, Mel, I'm not laughing because it's not a really good game. I'm laughing because there's no way you guys are gonna give it enough attention for it to bounce back and beat everything here.
Until they come out with
my
TF3.
God. Oh my, Kelsey, don't you fucking say that again.
Oh, wait. Valve can't count to 3. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's why they made Half-Life Alyx, because they're like, we can't do Half-Life 3. We're gonna do Half-Life Alyx and then Half-Life Alyx 2 and then never do another one.
They skip 3. They do sequels and then left 4 dead.
Yeah, oh, facts. We didn't talk about the stuff they announced. I guess that can be a different episode. Because that Back for Blood, I'm down.
We're fucking back.
And then say, yeah, we'll
Fucking
save it for,
Andromeda.
we'll talk about. All right, so Brian guessed
Getting
Ori.
dark in here.
Kelsey, oh shit. Randall guessed TF2. Randall, I'm going to let you know right now, that's nowhere on my list. Kelsey?
It's seriously tossed between Ori and Doom Eternal, but I'll go with Doom Eternal.
Gotcha. Let's
Waiting
begin.
for it to be number 7 or something. Just be like, okay, and number 10.
Oh, wait,
Doom
wait.
Eternal.
Okay.
Okay.
Speaking of Phildus.
Speaking of Phil, yeah, go ahead, Randall. Doo, doo, doo. Cobra says Ori would be in my top 10 too. Cobra, no surprise, Ori's in my top 10. Easy. But where does it land? Find out soon once Randall
Where's
gets
it
his thought
planned?
out.
Where's it planned?
I don't know where's
I
planned.
think your number one is either between. When did Odyssey come out?
Odyssey, you mean Valhalla?
Yeah, Valhalla.
This year, November.
It's either between Valhalla and.
Ooh, that's a different answer than I was expecting. Let's see.
That was one thing I thought too, but I don't think it is.
And when did Ori come out?
This year. I'm not going to put it on my list if it didn't come this year, Randall. Come on, man.
I haven't
Otherwise,
seen
you'd
it
have
this time.
TF2 up there.
Yeah.
Every year. It's number 10, for 2022.
Yeah, I'm stick with that.
With Valhalla?
I feel like there's something else like
Yeah, there's something else too.
I don't think he put Hades, to be honest with you.
No. It's
I think Hades for him is 3rd.
when did the
Did you look into my fucking... Did you hack me? he did one of these. Oh, I can see all the bites.
when did the Division 2 come out?
Last year.
Oh.
Yeah, it was on my top 10 last year. I love the Division.
But
2.
that wasn't number 1 last year.
No, it wasn't. But I do love me some Division.
I don't know.
You don't know? You don't know is your answer, or Valhalla's your answer?
I kind of agree with Brian. I don't think Valhalla. I mean, I know you like that game, but I don't think it's a strong enough candidate to be number 1.
Okay.
I would like lean more towards Ori than that.
So your final answer is Ori. I need an answer, Randall. Like, it's not that good.
I don't know. I can't say Ori. I cannot confirm with Ori.
None of them can confirm it. That's what they're guessing. It's a guess.
Let's just see what you got.
Okay. Cobra says I haven't even bought 10 new games in 2020. Well, because you have to keep in mind, I also have the Game Pass. Like, Game Pass allows me to play some games that drop immediately, and then
Bragging.
All right, here we go. Number 10. Exit the Gungeon.
Okay, I thought you were gonna say over.
Great fucking single player game that I wish had co-op. The first one, Enter the Gungeon, had a co-op mode, and it was really fun to play. Exit the Gungeon would also, I think, benefit from it. It's because it's kind of like a bullet hell kind of game, but you're running around and platforming to dodge stuff too. And I would love that for that game to have a co-op mode for it. Number 9, Minecraft Dungeons. For any Diablo players up there, it's a very dumbed down, not dumbed, I don't like to use the word dumbed down, streamlined, accessible version.
No, it's dumbed down.
Sure, then let's.
Although it's very similar to 3.
Yeah,
Diablo
like
3.
It can make it down. It makes it seem like you're insulting the people who are playing it. I'm like, if you want a casual like Diablo, just hey, run through, kill some freaking creepers or whatever they're called.
Just call it Diablo Light.
Yeah, Diablo Light, I guess. With the whole Minecraft world, they have loot. The loop is there to get more and better loot, more areas. They've added more DLC, which I haven't done yet, but I gotta get through that. They've added a bunch of quality of life stuff, added new shops. It's good stuff. Number 8, Risk of Rain 2. I tried playing Risk of Rain 1 a long time ago. It was very hard for me to discern what the hell was going on screen, so I couldn't get attached to it because it was a 2D roguelite. This one they 3D over the shoulder, made it more like sort of like a shooter. Feels great to play. We beat it in like one try in front of the state, and he got salty. So that's making it that they easily made it to top 10.
I don't know if Destaton's in chat anymore.
Oh,
He was
okay.
in here earlier.
I just did it just for his
trying to
sake.
beat the game.
Yeah, probably. Number 7, Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout. Like Brian was saying, once it came out, the hype was there. We were playing it. It was fun, hilarious moments happening because ragdoll guys falling over, trying to get like finishing. It's like we're playing Wipeout, but with your friends, which is really fun. I think it changed the way Battle Royale can be made. It doesn't always have to be.
Still in chat.
Oh, nice. What was I saying? Damn it. Fall Guys. Yeah. The battle royals are made. It's not always, just drop in from fucking the clouds every single time and shoot them up until one person lasts. Like, it's a nice family way of doing it. And I'm right behind them on that. I hope it continues to get better and better and they add more things. Number 6, Journey to the Savage Planet.
Oh yeah.
For those who have been itching to play a Metroid Prime, this, I think, is the closest you'll get. You're abandoned on the planet and you're scanning weird animals that you've never seen before to help a company that's like second or third best in their field. Making there's funny as hell like live action videos advertising their website, which is great.
Get behind this game.
Well, because you saw me do things to the animals.
Yeah, but it encourages you to do things to innocent, cute animals that I
What
feel
game is this?
Journey to
You
the
know they're
Savage
big.
Planet.
You know their life. You know what they've done before that moment.
Yeah, I mean,
Look,
and it's
something that cute cannot be accused of doing anything horrible. Its main existence is to be cute.
To be
and do
cute,
cute things.
and cute things don't kill
And
anything.
it just be nice.
Yeah.
But you used it to open a door
I need to get through that
by
door.
sending it through some blade contraction.
It needed to be fed so he can move the tentacle out of the way so I can move forward. It is a first-person Metroidvania with very stylized look, which looks great, very vibrant. It's a co-op too, so you can do like this game co-op if you want to do a Metroidvania with a buddy. It's just a great time. Platforming's cool. The fight, the combat's pretty good too because you have an assortment of different things you can use, and it bores Brian to death. So, but we can move on to the next one. Number 5, Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
You know what's funny?
What?
I was gonna scan you and tell you it was 5. I'm not even lying to you.
Oh shit! Thank you for not hacking me. I'm at I think 60 hours in Valhalla already. I fucking love it. I love the whole Viking thing. I love the fucking aggressive attacks. The accents are in there. I love the way they compartmentalized the story arcs into different areas, so you can take a piece of the map, take the map piece by piece, and still get like a full story arc of what's happening in that area, while you're trying to recruit people to help you and either join your Raven clan or just lend their support when they need to. Oh, what's up, Staten? He came in to flick me off. Again, we're just joking, dude. I don't want you like actually having animosity towards me. It's just jokes.
No, he hates you. He has a tattoo of your face with like a whole like bleeding eyes coming out of it.
Oh shit.
Dartboard.
So yeah, Valhalla, definitely number 5. Number 4, Ghost of Tsushima. Oh, we're getting down to the 3s now, and all of you guys. Ha. Okay,
he hasn't said Doom or Ori, and I don't know what number 3. I don't know what the third one.
I told you what 3 is.
What's 3?
It's Hades.
Oh, I forgot I hadn't heard that one yet.
So it goes to Tsushima. Again, I don't think I've played many samurai games. Like I never played Onimusha or there was a ninja one. Was it Tengu? No. Tenchu. I never played Tenchu, but I don't think that's a samurai game. I think it's a ninja game.
That's from the people who make the Souls games.
Oh, okay. But I mean, playing this has had such a good feeling of like, not realistic, but it felt like a samurai, like one or two slashes and they're down, like a knife, like a blade like that would damage someone, you know? The aesthetics, I'm telling you, just riding your horse through the open fields with all of that stuff like waving in the wind, the armor you're wearing.
Horse is just beautiful.
The horse is
in gaming. Best horse in gaming.
Best horse in gaming. You heard it here first from Brian. From if you wanted to hear English voice acting to switching it to Japanese and black and white to make it look like a cinematic movie back in the day, like it had its theme. It had everything. Like this is a Japanese movie, like cinematic feat. Like it felt like that, but with an open world for you to like go to check marks and clear the map of all the stuff. It was great. We're at 3.
We're 3.
Number 3. Can we rip and tear for Doom Eternal at number 3? Man. Ooh.
So Ori is gonna be number 1.
Or Hades.
No, Hades is number 2.
Doom Eternal. More like the first one. That's why I love it so much. I think like maybe double of the first one. Cobra even says a rip and tear. I don't know how many times I gotta say this year. When you load up Doom Eternal and that adrenaline is running through you. Running through you. All right, like a Peaky Blinder. All right,
a Shelby.
I'm a fucking Shelby. And you have a chainsaw on you, the double barrel shotgun and the sound of that thing just blasting as this metal's fucking flaring behind you. It's somewhere and taking out all these freaking like so-called gods that look down on you, and you're just fucking tearing all their minions apart. No matter their size or their aggression, spider tanks, fucking floating shield dudes with rocket, it don't matter. You're there to just decimate everything. With fucking fast-paced gaming, I'm telling you, like, this is like high octane. With fantastic visuals, great sound effects. Like, the story was okay. But again, gameplay is king, and that is fun to play. Number 2.
Hades.
Ori and the Will of the Wisp.
Oh man,
I'm happy and sad because I already know what number 1 is. There's no way he leaves this game off here if he's related to me still.
I am a sucker for Metroidvanias. I was a sucker for the art and sound of Ori, the first Ori game, and this game doubles up on it with new platforming techniques they use, increasing the visual effects. Everything's still like hand drawn. It is in a beautiful game in motion and sound. It's fun to platform in that game. Animations look so Disney-like flips and wisps and stuff like that. The escape sequences against the bosses, like they did in the first one, are even more of a spectacle. There's more drama in it now that you have to have mission. Like the mission is to save someone. Cobra in the chat's also back me up here. Combat system is more in depth compared to the first one, which I agree. You get different options to do in the middle of a combat if you need to. Like they give you more options. If you love the first one, play it. If you haven't played any of them, what are you doing? Play Ori and Will of the Wisp. They're both fantastic games.
So I'm gonna go ahead and call you a liar with this list.
Okay.
Because if Hades is number one,
Yes.
because it's the only thing that's left, I'm calling bullshit because when we watched the Game Awards and we were doing our picks and whatever, you were all about Ori over top of Hades for basically everything.
And that's because when Ori was nominated, the first Ori was nominated for Game Awards, it was robbed left and right. And again, this year, on the categories that Ori should have won, robbed left and right. But when gameplay is king, number one, Hades. This is the game that climbed up my top 10 throughout the year. Because yes, Ori was my top. And Doom Eternal right close second. Because Metroidvanias I still have a soft spot for, and Doom Eternal is just straight action, and you can't really play it after. You can, but once I played through it, I'm like, I got it. Which leads me to Hades, where it's designed from the ground up to continue to play. Oh, you finally got through Hades? There's a clip on my Twitch of me finally beating Hades. Hype moment of the year. You're not done. You continue, number one, the Division 2 Warlords of New York. It doesn't count, Cobra. The expansion doesn't count.
How long did it take you to get your first win?
A long time. My first win was because Brian helped me with that broken ass that bow build. If it wasn't for that, I'd still be trying to beat it. What was I gonna say? So yeah, hate from the ground up designed to continue to play. Each run you have new talking points with a character that's randomly in the lobby, or one that you meet in when you're escaping, when you're in Tartarus or Elysium. They'll meet someone to talk to that can either buff you or debuff you. You can talk to Chaos that appears randomly. Everything's randomly, but it's random in a way where it's spaced beautifully, where you're like, okay, I'm getting tired of the loop. Right when you think you're tired of the loop, boom, a new someone to talk to, or boom, now you can afford to get something that'll change your runs. Boom, now you've beat the run. Now you get more information on the story. No, you can't do it. Oh, you get stronger either way. Then when you actually finish it, you get the packs of punishment. Oh, you think you're tough now? You beat it once. All right, let's add some more difficulty. However you want to do it. Let's give them a free hit that damage doesn't take until you hit them once, and then their health bar comes up. Cool. Not hard enough? Make it 2 hits. No, let's add new boss battles. What? As difficulty. Like new AI. Now the sisters all come in and attack you at once. I think Elysium guy, gets like an armor or some shit? Or like a...
Alright, so Theseus gets 2 miniguns, and he's on a chariot, and Asterius gets armor, and he can lariat and chase you.
That's different. That's, to me, is difficulty. The thing I've been complaining about picking easy, medium, and hard, that's not difficulty. Changing the way people, the bosses play, is actual difficulty. That's what this does. That needs to be, hey, you're doing a great job. There's nothing but positivity in this. The only negative, I wish it was co-op. Bring a friend in. Because the fucking combat is so satisfying. 6 different weapons that you can choose from, each play differently. A broken bow, but like, and then there's oh my god, and then there's pickups that come up randomly that changes the weapon's play style, if that makes sense, depending on what you pick, and it's all randomized with different boons from different gods that are different types. Like electric would be like I don't know, like let's say what's her name? Not Aphrodite, Arrow chick. Artemis is basically a crit build. When Poseidon is like a keep away. So if you're using something that can keep them away, you can arrow them if you need to, or like the guns to push them back and keep them farther away. Zagman is a dot, I think it is.
Yeah, Dionysus, yeah.
And then I think so is Ares with his blades. He's also
his is DPS more so than dot.
Okay, well then that's that. Like each god has their own flavor, and you can mix and match the boons depending how you want, or trade them out. And then there's rarities for those, and duos where they fuse them. When Brian started talking about when Hades first announced it was early access, I'm like, I can't wait for this to come out. Brian got early access, the hype started going because he played it, he loved it. I'm like, good, let's fucking get it.
From off a rip, the first podcast where I talked about it, I was bold enough to say, I love Dead Cells. This trumps that.
Yeah, and I played Dead Cells to completion at the time. I think they've added more DLC, so
They have.
So I don't know about that, but when the Dead Cells base, I finished. By finished, I mean I just got to the last guy. This is way, no offense to Dead Cells guys, fantastic game. This is leaps and bounds beyond this. If you like your roguelikes. If you are not playing Hades, play Hades. Period. That is why it hit my number 1 top 10 game of 2020. Done. And we're done with our top 10s. Oh my god.
Yeah, I definitely have to agree with Brian. Like, I really love Dead Cells. And Hades kind of not puts it to shame, just gives you a kind of different spin.
Mm-hmm.
It just feels more fluid, like
it's the new bar when it comes to roguelikes for me.
Yeah, because like I loved Rogue Legacy, and then Dead Cells came out, and like I played the shit out of Rogue Legacy because that was awesome. Like I loved the way that the mechanics worked. Like when you died, you had to choose a different character, that kind of stuff.
Yep.
And then Dead Cells came out, and everything was reliant on the weapons and things that you got, the upgrades and that kind of stuff. And then the more you played it, the more stuff you got and more weapons you could unlock. And then Hades came out, and I don't know. I guess it's also a little more in depth with how the game plays, because you have maybe it's just the 2.5D style, but I really love the gameplay even more than Dead Cells and Rogue Legacy.
Mm-hmm.
With how it works out.
It's just very satisfying combat. I love it.
I mean, this game is the reason why I didn't play too many games this year.
You're too busy bodying people.
The body
with the fist.
He beat it 40 times now.
Yeah, or more than that. Flex.
Fucking flex on
like, oh, this movie came out? This album came out? I should listen or watch that.
Hades.
And then Hades.
I think I only have 10 or 11 wins. I don't remember what the highest whatever bump is that I have.
Heat level?
Yeah. I think it's 9.
Holy shit, what do you have enabled? The more health one?
Dude.
No
No clue. I haven't played it in a while.
Right.
I put up a bunch of different stuff. Just to kind of balance it out, sort of give it more challenging.
Mm-hmm.
But I did get the actual ending. So, I got one of the actual endings.
There's another ending after that.
Yeah, Brian told me later that there's another actual ending after that, and I just haven't bothered to do it.
When I get to it, I have too many open world games to come back to it right now.
There's so many roguelikes that came out with that one mining game. I don't remember what it was called.
Undermine.
Yeah, Undermine, the fucking
Neon Abyss.
Last Year, Black Future, and Neon Abyss. So many things, and I tried these things.
It just doesn't hit.
They didn't scratch. This is honest. This is very high regard for me.
Okay.
This is the Skullgirls of roguelikes for me.
Oh shit. There you go. You heard it here first. Exclusive.
I've already bought 2 copies. I'm waiting for cross save.
Yeah. I
also have. I'm not surprised if I get 8 copies, just like Skullgirls. I think I'm at 9. I don't even remember.
And just hand them out because they earned it. They fucking earned it.
Supergiant games, all the games that they've played, I've enjoyed. Pyre, if you compare it to other games, isn't as strong, but it's still a great game. Transistor, you don't even have to play the game; just listen to the game. There's a lot of companies that let me down, Capcom, but Supergiant is not one of those.
That was real under the radar.
But Capcom's sitting in their chair going, still got the Sagat money though.
Oh,
they have the whole season pass.
The Sagat season pass right here, buddy.
Did you even when Sagat finally came out? How much time did you even put into the game?
I streamed me playing him. Maybe played another time the following week, and then months later I played because someone asked me if they wanted to play. Earlier this year, hold on, it was the same year he came out. Those 2 times. Earlier this year, 2020, came out last year, I think, or the year before that. I played the game again.
That's insane. Good thing that season pass getting putting in work. All right.
It's literally Street Fighter 5 and Dragon Ball Fighters have taught me the valuable lesson. Don't buy a season pass if you don't know what you're buying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I haven't
this-
bought the season pass for Valhalla yet because I want to play it. If it's another, like, don't get me wrong, I loved Odyssey, but seriously, Assassin's Creed hasn't been Assassin's Creed since 2. Like, they're just picking time frames and going, we're gonna make a game based around that. Like,
And
it
it's
has
and
the
it
story.
is that. Don't expect anything different when going into Valhalla. It is that. It's just
Yeah.
we're now in the Viking Age and we're cutting things up. Don't expect it to be. You can do stealth, but go in there and start hacking shit. That's what you. That's where the.
I don't even know so much that it's I miss the like I do miss the assassins part of the Assassin's Creed because it 1 and 2 were very much built around that. 3 was kind of built around that, and then you have open sailor uniform for 4.
Yeah, they departed heavy.
But I think it's more the story. Like, I really haven't enjoyed the story of a lot of them because, like with Ezio, you get attached to the character. You want to know more about him and his life, and then 2 came out and you got more into it, and then 2-3 came out and you got to see him like age and new techniques, and then the way that they built onto the game, and I feel like they've just kind of backtracked with a lot of that because they didn't want the story anymore. They just wanted a game.
So I can vouch for the story in Valhalla because it's Viking Mass Effect. You have a clan and you're trying to go to separate areas in England to recruit people to either service you, like, yo, we're allies, or they actually join your Raven clan.
Okay.
But in order to do that, they all have problems of their own that you need to help them with. Either they've been dethroned from the like their kingdom or whatever the case is, or they're someone's out to kill them, or their king was murdered in front of everyone, and you have to figure out who it was. Like, they have not random, but like different types of story arcs for each area. But it's not like yes, they're lovable characters and stuff, but it's not Ezio's level. Like, playing this, I'm not like, oh, Eivor over Ezio. It's still gonna be Ezio. He had the charm.
Yeah.
He had like.
It's not going to Mario.
Yeah, like.
He got to meet Leonardo da Vinci.
Yes.
Like
I'd still prefer those characters because I don't know. I could be nostalgia. I don't know. I watched Brian play through and I watched you play through. I'm like, I like Ezio. He's cool.
I don't know. I just really enjoyed the whole like having somebody being the reason that this is kind of going on, like being able to travel back in time through this person because of his genetic connection to these people.
Yeah.
And then having the story, like, that's why I really enjoyed 1 and 2 is because it was like a continuous story, and then 3, I think you were just some random person that went into the
Animus.
and then 4, they just I don't even think they even did anything with the Animus.
They did.
And
It's
then-
just that the Animus went public. Like, you worked at a company that did it for a living. Like, they would go into an Animus, collect history that way, and then have it as history because you're living it through it. So they made like the Animus mainstream in a way. And then that's the last thing I remember because I didn't play Origins. Then Odyssey, I don't even remember if you got out of it. And if you
Origins,
did, I
I only played a little bit of it. I don't know. I just don't really enjoy, like, if it's supposed to be an Assassin's Creed game, you should have Assassin's Creed, utilities. Like, they went as far back as they could with like the first ones, and then Origins, I guess, was the very first one, and so it makes sense to like build up to that. But then like a lot of the others, they don't even really use the
Hidden Blades.
whatever you call it. Yeah, the hidden blades.
Valhalla, you use it, but they use it differently. Like, they even make a note of, hey, I'm not going to do it the same way you guys are doing it because I want to keep my finger. And then so he or she, whoever you pick, straps it on in a way where it's like here. So it comes in and like Wolverine.
Rather than
this, and she just Wolverine kills people.
They said they want you to see it coming, is what the character says.
Because they're Vikings.
Oh, so that's the reason why they cut their finger off, so the blade can go
right through,
yeah.
So it goes right through and you can stab them. But then the person you pick in Valhalla is like, that's stupid. I'm gonna just attack them. I'm just gonna be like, yeah, they're gonna see me coming, and they know that this is the last face they're gonna see. And that's how I play the game.
Differently. I played differently, Anthony. I was zoning.
Oh no, I tried doing
stupid fucking idiot Templar.
Yeah, the Templars are fucking tough at first, but once you get the skill where on dodge, it slows down on a perfect dodge. It slows down time. Everything's free.
I can imagine.
And that's it for this episode. I mean, 2.5 hours in, we got through a lot. For next year, I was thinking of, since we're all here, I was thinking we all come up with this platform's top 10. Like, we argue to see what's going to be in the top 10. Instead of just ours putting our own, it's like this podcast is top 10 instead of our individuals.
I like that because I saw how Giant Bomb does it.
I'm sorry, I don't think I quite understand.
So like they say for
up to you. I can
so we're basically all
talk at the same time.
We're all gonna throw in what we want to be top 10s, and then we as a collective order them. So you put in your favorite games, my favorite games, his favorite games, and then we sort them, and that's gonna be our top 10.
So that means
sort of like what we
agree.
did the other year where we like removed them, except now we're gonna argue with each other about where it should go.
Yes. Professionally,
Okay.
Obviously. We're not gonna be here and be like, oh, you're fucking
No,
ugly.
bitch, fuck you. This is going to number 2.
With actual like, oh, I think this is why it should be, or this trumps this because it does this better, or you know what I'm saying? Like actually have conversations.
So that means that everyone had to eventually agree.
Yes.
To put something in the spot.
Yes.
Or we have to do it like democracy style where
We have to
3
vote
of the
it.
4 agree. We have to just, I mean, because there's almost no way that all of us are going to agree. It's not, you know.
Yeah, Hades.
His was third. So how
But
would
he had it on the list.
But that's not what we're doing. We're just throwing them on a list. We have to order them.
But we're all gonna have more than 10 games, so something's gonna get cut.
Whoa. Not always. Depending on how next year goes. We'll see how many games are on my list. You know what I'm saying?
See how many games are on your list.
You know? We'll see.
You're gonna have.
But is Stromboli going to be on there?
I mean, let's be honest. Ratchet and Clank comes out next year. It's going to be on my list. Okay?
Guilty Gear comes out next year.
So that's going to be on Brian's. Like that. What do you guys think of that? That's what I was figuring out since we can. There you go. And now that's going to be a fight. Because Ratchet and Clank has been knocking it back and back. So if it's better than God of War, we'll see. Doesn't that sound like good content to you guys?
This also incentivizes actually watching stuff. Because if you're going to argue for your game, you got to know something about the other one.
Those are facts. Like if I'm going to sit here and say 1917 was the best, and Brian's like, no, I watched it. The gentleman had better dialogue, whatever. Then I'm like, okay.
Better pizza, too. So, like, you know, they had spaghetti.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Yeah. So, I mean, what do you guys... I'm just throwing it out there to see if you guys want to do that for next year.
I think it'd be fun. Like, I mean, I do we want to do like the top 10 each as well? And then, you know... Or maybe we...
Except I'm also doing for time. Because if we do all the top 10s for each, then we're going to start arguing about it. That sounds like one whole episode is the top 10. Like from the beginning to...
I would think... So if we all have 10, whatever, and we all play different kinds of games...
Well, Brian, let me stop you. Sorry. We don't have to have 10. We just bring as many as we want for that year.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. If it's like, year of gaming, and we all have full 10, that's 40 games with a cut.
Yeah.
So we should have a limit to how many we could bring.
I mean,
no, because we can have overlapping games. Like that.
Yeah.
Okay, but that's why I prefaced it with we play different games.
Oh.
So it doesn't necessarily mean
we're only cutting 30.
The same things.
Well,
now I'm confused.
Because if there's 40 games, Brian, and there's going to be a top 10, 30 are leaving. Not
That's
40.
What I'm saying.
Well,
so you said for time's reason.
Okay, but there's stuff for time's reason. We can go, God of War is going to be on this list. We move it. And there's stuff like this is not going to make the list. You can unilaterally be like, okay, that's not going to make the list. And we can start cutting it off that way.
So now think about it. Now there's 3 times we have to do this.
Yes.
Do you think we could make it by having 40 of everything on paper at least?
We'll see. We'll see how many, because I'm not going to plan for everyone having a lot when, like, Kelsey doesn't listen to that much music. Randall doesn't listen to that much music. Kelsey doesn't watch that much like different movies.
I listen to a lot of music.
For games, Randall came up with 4 this year. So like,
now games, I will argue that it depends on.
It depends on the year. So I'm not gonna plan for everyone to have a shitload of things. I'm planning for they have some stuff. So I mean, again, we only know by trying. So I figured that's a good way to get, I guess, better content than just us listing stuff that we personally like, because they should know what we like throughout the year because we're reviewing them. And it's cool that we're doing this live on this podcast. So people were like, why do they just take this conversation offline? Because you guys need to get closer to us.
Like Randall does in the camera.
Yeah. What's up?
I was going to say it'd be cool if...
Randall, this is ordered, by the way. I'm sorry to cut you off. We're not going to be like, oh, they're on the list and here's our 10. It's ordered. I know you say you can't get to the happening. Well, you're going to have to fight for God of War. It's not going to be like, oh, it's top automatically.
I was gonna say like it'd be cool if you also had something where like you had your chat vote on certain things.
But it's not. I mean, I get that's more chat interaction. It's not their list. It's
and
our
on top
list.
of that, we are the chat. No offense.
And also, yeah, like all of my 43,000 listeners are on like after we record it, so it's not gonna be live. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All 76,000 of like audio listeners on Spotify and the 93,000 YouTube viewers, it's after the fact. They come in after we record it. You know?
That sounds like a pretty hefty check.
Yeah, I do it for free. I do it for the kids. You know? All right, so it sounds like we're down.
I'm down.
All right. Oof, I can't. I'm already long. It's gonna be a bad day. I can already tell. We're gonna start hating the shit out of each other.
I don't know. I think some of them are going to be pretty easy, and then there are going to be others. Like especially when we get into top 3,
top 5 are going to be bad.
Yeah, no, fam. Like, listen, okay, I played
question.
that. It's garbage. Shut the fuck up.
We need to have better arguments than that. Hey, it's garbage. Shut up. That's not going to work.
Here's my question too.
Go for it.
We're getting a whole collection of Mass Effect next year too. Does that count as a game?
You can add it, but you're gonna have to convince us that needs to stay at top 10. And I can tell you right now, we're fighting.
That's gonna be easy.
No, a refuck.
Trust me.
Unless it's like a legit remaster where they changed a lot of shit, then okay. If it's literally it looks better, no, get that fucking shit out of there.
No, because it's still a great game series.
Okay, well, it sounds like next year around December we're gonna have some arguments because that's definitely not gonna be on the list.
As long as Andromeda is not part of that collection, it's probably gonna be on the list.
What? As long as what's not part of it?
Some bullshit that they try to sell me.
They didn't put a date on the We Back, right? It was just we're making it.
They just showed a teaser.
Okay, so that's probably way off.
It's mostly I saw Liara, and then I kind of just started yelling. To be honest with you.
Okay, so that's not next year. But maybe Dragon Age Inquisition, the second Inquisition, might come out next year. No, because they haven't even shown gameplay. That's probably 2 years out too. Anywho, that was it for this podcast. What we got coming out this week is Gears 5 has more DLC coming out called Hive Busters. I think it's a campaign DLC too. So we have another co-op thing to do.
For what game?
Gears 5. But Brian looks disgusted, so I guess I'm not doing that with him.
I mean, I'll play if it's story. I guess I have to for closure's sake.
And then Fall Guys has started the new season. But I think it's pretty buggy. As a recording, I think they took it down because something was happening. I don't know. But by Friday, when you guys are listening, when it's out for everyone, it should be good to go. Fallout 76 has a season 3 out. I didn't even know they were still getting content, but it's called The Scribe of Avalon. And Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War starts their first season this week, which I think comes with a new Warzone map and a bunch of extra, skins and whatnot. For movies and music, again, they drop whenever the hell they want to drop. So from this list, I didn't see anything, but I'm sure Friday is like lit. Actually, since we're not going to be here by the end of the year, Wonder Woman on the 25th. What else? On HBO Max, I think. Know. So yeah, so look out for Wonder Woman 1984 on HBO Max on the 25th, I think it is. So that's the only big movie thing I know. And for music, I don't know anybody else. Kid Cudi's Man on the Moon is out. If you guys haven't heard it, go check it out, I guess. I haven't finished listening to it yet. And I think that's it from us. I mean, Randall, what do you got? What are you doing this week? I guess for the week. What are you doing for the rest of the year?
Well, my vacation officially starts Friday.
As in, you don't work Friday,
No,
or
I
at
work
the
Friday,
okay.
but when that clock changes to 6 p.m.
naked.
6 p.m. Damn, fam. I'm off at 3.
Hear him? He can go on for 3 hours. Look at him, stallion. What else you got going on, Randall?
Just for the kids, man. For the kids.
Just seriously, like at noon, you should be like, "Peace out, guys." Just
And literally just render them a 3D middle finger.
We have like some deadlines, so
Oh,
I don't want to lead a team like that.
Are you part of that deadline?
that sounds
The
like
answer's
you
the no,
render the
then you
middle
should
finger.
That wouldn't be a team player though if I did that.
Okay, that's
But
fair.
anyway,
We've seen how you play Streets of Rage. Don't start being a team player now.
God.
No, that's not the right. You mean 9 parchments?
Really.
We've seen you play 9 part. We don't talk about team
You guys run in front of me, okay?
Man,
again.
Excuses.
The healer
And Brian is
behind
always
him.
going to take up for Anthony, so it's
That's
a
not
no-win
true.
situation.
Those are not facts.
Every single time
Okay.
that you have an
Counter-argument.
issue with something that I do, he immediately jumps into it.
Okay.
Counter. Kelsey, is this true? You've been here long enough.
Which statement? There were a bunch.
Randall claims that anytime Anthony has something to say about Randall, I side with Anthony.
Oh no, that's not true at all.
What?
And
Anthony-
Does he always side with Brian now?
It's like
Most of the time, I'm
99.98.9% true.
defending you. Most of the time, I'm defending you.
That is a lie.
The only time he's not defending you is when you drop a whopper, and then for the co-op thing. Those are the 2 consistent things we jump on. Whoa, let's back
And
that
then
up.
when you're streaming,
And the streaming. That's the 3 things that he's not with you.
Which you
Brian
guys
is not
are
afraid
always...
to throw Anthony under the bus for
Yeah,
shit.
like what are you talking about?
He's
That's
like,
easy
no, bitch,
content.
like you fucked up, and this is your fault. Like
That never
I've
happens when...
been saying this for years. I'm on the side of justice. I have no allegiances with any of you.
I'm
What's
on the side
right is
of-
right.
Content.
What?
I said I'm on the side on this. You're zooming right now, bro.
Yeah,
No,
dude.
I was trying to figure out what you said. You
Oh,
like
I'm on the
said
side
it
of
under your
content.
breath.
I'm on the side of content is what I said.
Oh,
Whatever's funnier, whatever entertains,
well. What was I saying?
You said your vacation starts on Friday.
Friday. So I would be off. Let me see. Oh, my phone died.
What you need?
I was just trying to see. Well,
What
I
are
know
you
I go back on a
for?
second.
on the podcast.
I was trying to look at the calendar to find out. It's from Friday to the 2nd.
Okay, yeah. So you have the same.
So like 2 weeks. I
Yeah,
guess.
that's 2 weeks.
So 2 weeks I'll be off. What am I looking
You're
at?
back on January 4th.
Yeah.
Gaming, hopefully.
Yeah, like the said thing is supposed to be coming on the 20th.
Okay.
So I don't want to.
Jinx anything? Okay, cool. We can move on. Then. So you're gonna be gaming. That's all you gotta say.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's pretty much it. Gaming, and if I'm not gaming, I mean, I'm gonna still try to go to the gym, and then.
What the hell, Brian? Just say no to the gym. I'm
He's
throwing a
not naming the
dumbbell
thing
at
that
you.
matters.
Oh,
He's not saying the thing that matters.
oh, what is it? What is he? Oh, streaming?
I was
No.
gonna say.
What did he?
Now I feel like he has like a gun under the table pointed at me.
He has it behind that
It's not a
closet. He's in
gun, it's a
there.
wrench. Get it right.
Oh, those are facts too. Kelsey knows. He knows his arsenal now. Go ahead, Randall. Just say what you're gonna finish saying, and we'll see.
Oh, so yeah, gaming, gym, art, of course.
Oh, Witcher 3.
What? No.
Oh, Cyberpunk.
Well, that's gaming.
I'm just really nervous because I want to get it right.
Those are usually the 3 things. I don't know what else he could be talking about.
Prayer.
What I
Got him. I got him.
That could not be it.
Yeah, he just pointed at me. I got it right. I think I was gonna get it right.
Wow.
I think we're related.
Okay. That goes without saying, man.
Oh, you're down here. Hold on. Ready? You go
This is
upward.
too
You
much
go
for me.
upward. Go upward. Pow. We got it on my stream. Random, whatever, dude. Judge me again.
I wasn't judging. But yeah, those
Okay,
those
that's
are
fair.
3 ingredients. Gaming,
So
gym,
what is
and-
Bryant? Is the prayer actually what it is? Or
Yeah.
what's
That's what I
the
was
real
gonna tell him. Yeah, I tell him this every week.
Kelsey, you're up next,
up?
man. New advanced martial artist now. What you got planned for the rest of the year?
Does that mean you can use an ACOG attachment now?
Okay, Brian. For his
No, that's when you
fist.
prestige.
Oh, when you prestige, you get the ACOG. My fault.
Yeah. So I mean, the next 2 Tuesdays, assuming that the gym's open, probably go and do the advanced Krav
Nice.
on top of everything else. Shannon's getting on me about working on the car. Since I'm off, I'll probably be streaming that from like 9 to 5 or something.
Yeah.
you know.
Okay.
I gotta find my what's it called? GoPro and figure out how to stream it to the fucking computer.
Oh, then dude, I could probably set you up.
Get
I could probably set you.
get the phone emulator, get the GoPro app on that emulator, and then you can stream it that way.
All right. Yeah,
That's
That's the bootleg one though. Remember, I used to rubber band my phone to my DS for a camera, so maybe there's something better.
There might be a new tech out.
Well, I mean, the original, like some of the original ones, you could actually stream it directly to your computer. I don't know why they would ever stop that support. You know,
Because why would we
like
go
I understand
forward?
that it's supposed, huh?
Why would we go forward? We stay
Right.
stagnant or backwards. That's how we make business.
Like don't get me wrong, I understand that, you know, the the GoPro is meant for like being out in the world, not near a computer and doing stuff, but like that's not what everybody uses it for. And you had that support, and then all of a sudden you're like, no, you know.
Makes no sense.
So
All right, so some car streams, low. That's pretty dope. I might have you up while I'm running through England and or Night City, depending on where I'm at. I just
yeah,
have
so
you on.
I'm hoping
like,
to get quite a
play.
bit done on the car. I want to get the rear suspension done and get the tank dropped. Possibly get the engine in. Depends on how much I can get done with the wiring and things in there. So
Okay, Brian, what you got for the rest of the year?
So I'm in a conundrum because I attempted to stream Cyberpunk,
Okay,
and now I told you any minor inconvenience, I'm
done.
done. And what did I do?
What happened?
It kept
it
stuttering
was
a
glitchy
little
as
bit.
fuck.
Yeah, it started. I messed with my settings for like 10 minutes. Still nothing. It got a little better. So I was like, yo, it's kind of choppy. My stream was done. It was a 35-minute stream.
Well, were you running it on Ultra with DLSS and everything?
I changed multiple settings, and at that point, I'm not sacrificing my experience just to get
To stream
subscribers.
it? That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. Because if
That's
you're using the
amazing,
GPU for both the gaming and the encoding doesn't take up that much. But if you're maxing out your GPU usage, it's gonna take a little bit. Because it still needs to render the frame on OBS and then encode it, and that uses your GPU to render the frame, and then uses your GPU again to encode it.
So that's my conundrum. I'm not streaming that, which means I have to force myself to play something else to stream. Question is, I don't know what. And we have Tuesdays off now, no podcast for 2 weeks. So I might do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday stream.
Okay,
What? It's not gonna be Cyberpunk because that's me time.
that's Papa time.
Not gonna satisfy you guys with the choppy stream or changing my settings
Oof,
for anyone else.
oof, Papa time.
Randall, what days are you streaming Cyberpunk?
Are we talking about Brian?
We're talking about Cyberpunk.
Don't
We're talking about
deflect.
Brian.
He finished his sentence.
I
I,
was-
I
I was-
interjected.
Brian, were
yeah.
you finished? Were you
I was
finished?
gonna say I was gonna host Randall's stream on X days,
Oh
but
my
he didn't let me finish.
God.
So when you streaming?
So he can host you.
Yeah, so I can host you.
You got time now, bro.
What?
You got time now.
So what else are you doing? While you're on?
We're waiting. Like,
I don't think Brian was done. The only thing he talked about was streaming.
That's all he said he was gonna do.
Probably. Let me see. Yeah, those 3 days.
So you're not
when am
coming
I
over
there?
here?
I don't have a year-long vacation. I have
He works
2 days
still.
off. Yeah, so next week's Christmas week, right? I go
Yeah.
Monday through Wednesday. have those off. If you guys want me to go over there, I'm fine with it. The week after that, Monday through Wednesday again, then I have the rest of it off. So if you guys want to scoop boy, then you're. But if not, then Night City needs a savior.
Ooh.
So it's up to you guys what I do. So yeah, stream Tuesday through Thursday most likely. What am I playing? Again, I always say this. You will all find out together what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
It just won't be Cyberpunk. And then maybe I'll use this free time to catch up on the rest of the stuff this year because on my list were trash.
Oh, the one you said you need to do Witcher 3
DLC.
Yeah, stream the Witcher 3 DLC. Roach.
I don't want to.
Oh.
For the slight chance that I get burned out in open world and then it affects my Cyberpunk. It has to be something, maybe
Not
a fighting
open
game.
world?
Yeah, maybe more MK. Maybe I'll.
Fair. That's fair.
Maybe I'll care about Dragon Ball again. I can't play Marvel Online because their netcode is like somebody scribbled online on, and that's their netcode.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, we'll see what I do. If we're still doing co-op streams.
Yeah, tomorrow.
That's the thing.
I heard in the next season pass for Dragon Ball Fighters, there's at least 4 more Gokus.
I stopped buying season passes.
Man, after I've watched... Go ahead.
I bought one character this year, which was Kefla, and Anthony gave me Roshi. I'm telling you, that game and Street Fighter, I don't buy season passes anymore. If you're not going to tell me who's on it, you're not getting my full $20 for one character, and then the game's still dog shit.
After watching Super, I'm like, no, I'm on the same boat now. They shouldn't have that they robbed. Yeah. They robbed a lot of character slots. After watching Super, I'm like, Jocko off rip needs to be added. Second,
He doesn't.
Topo.
Nobody likes Jocko. He's like the terrible.
I kept
I would
thinking
rather
about
have the delivery boy.
Manaka too. Add him too. They're both great. After you kept asking me who my favorite one was, every day when I talked to like my coworkers that I watched it, Topo was the first person that I started talking about. I think Topo's my favorite character.
Yeah.
Fuck, he's awesome, dude. They should have added Topo to this game.
Oh, also, if anyone cares, December 20th, announcing the next character in the season pass. Guess what color this Goku's hair is? That's the minigame.
Red.
Rose.
They already have Rose in there.
Yeah.
It's gonna be, just God mode.
No, but that's bad Goku. Imagine the good Goku attaining Rose.
It's gonna be Super Saiyan 5.
Shirosh in chat says white. He thinks Ultra Instinct's gonna come in.
Yeah, they already have Ultra Instinct.
Ultra Instinct's already in the game?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
This year. Every season pass has had a Goku you had to buy for 3 years straight.
That's bad. After watching Super, I'm like, okay, no, it's really bad.
There's
like, it was
so
bad
many
beforehand,
people.
but I'm like, no, you got fucked up.
That Broly one with Gogeta? Broly from the movies in there, and Blue Gogeta is also in the game too. So there's 2 Brolys. I don't know, I'm facing as if your chat is a different camera. I'm going like, suck an idiot.
Sort of the deuces.
Tuesday, don't know. Wednesday, whatever Anthony wants to play, co-op day. Thursday, we'll find out to get together as well. Both 2 weeks. On the times in between, it's going to be either Cyberpunk or I'm trying to catch up on music or work on stuff.
Okay.
That's
have you
my
tried
year.
have you tried the Stromboli yet?
Yeah. You know they have it?
Randall, did you know that Pizzeria Valdiano, you're welcome for the shout out, has Strombolis?
Yes.
Whoa, I didn't know they had Strombolis. Kelsey, did you know that Pizzeria Valdiano had Strombolis?
Is there some sort of joke about this?
Do they have Stromboli?
Yo, Randall, do you know if Pizzeria Valdiano has Stromboli?
Who asked that?
That's just something when we were ordering food after we picked Brian up from work, and he's like, "What are you guys gonna eat?" And Brian's like, I heard they had Strombolis there." And that's it. The fucking ball of ice just kept rolling down the hill, and it became a thing.
Shirosh has put that hot alien girl in the Broly movie in there. I don't remember who this is.
Oh, the little green girl that was like showing her breasts and stuff and her ass and
something like that.
Yeah,
Just call it Broly's girlfriend.
Broly's girl. What he's banging in that cave? You think he's just fighting in that cave with her? Are they fighting all right?
To get their clothes off.
Yeah, get the heck out of here.
Swap and come. That's their fight.
All right, Brian, you took it too far already. We're going to move it on.
So that's what I'm doing. That's my year.
All right.
And then at some point, I get older.
That's true. Your birthday's over the break, so.
What do you want for Christmas and your birthday?
You can get the light Bugatti because I got the other one.
I think Randall's the one that's got the Bugattis. So.
Oh. So yeah, you give me the light. You know.
I would not have no Bugatti.
No,
you're getting me one.
Yeah, you're just getting it for people.
I would get him a better car than that.
Oh, you don't like the Bugattis at all?
I like the back.
Oh, do you? What a pervert.
Oh my
okay.
God.
I bet he fucks the muffler. Who said that?
Wow.
Who said that?
Who the fuck is saying that? Who you got over there? All right. For myself.
Hey, Anthony.
So yesterday I didn't stream because I was going through my YouTube channel to see if there's anything that I haven't set public. And whoa, to my surprise, there's a bunch of shit. Because I ran out of videos. The playthrough for me and Brian's Torchlight session we had a couple weeks ago is going live this week. Last Saturday, I played through Miles Morales and beeline the story, so I can have a nice cohesive episode for just a story.
You beat the game?
Yes. All 5 episodes are coming out this week as a recording. Yesterday was the first one. Today's the second one. The finale is on Friday. So if you don't want to play the game and you just want to know the main story of Spider-Man Miles Morales, check the YouTube. And then the review for it will come next year because it came out. I didn't want to add it to this list. So review for Spider-Man Miles Morales next January 4th for the new year, new podcast. Not new podcast, but you know what I mean. That's coming out this week, followed by my playthrough with Brian for Torchlight. On this Saturday, I found a lost tape. Okay.
Yes.
It is coming out Saturday, I think around 8 p.m. because it's a spooky thing. The quality is horseshit. It's skipping frames. This is me starting to record in my apartment days. It was me, Brian, Johan, which you guys know as Kroby in the chat, and Gabby, which you should know as Metal Bunny in the chat. We sat down and played Slender, The Arrival, and Five Nights at Freddy's in the same day, back to back. And I recorded it and never went public with it. One, the language. So I want to viewer discretion advised when you watch this. I even put it in the description. We say things that it's very offensive. We say slurs that are very offensive.
Why don't you just bleep it out when they put stuff in there?
That would require me downloading it.
Are you sure you want to post this?
And editing. What the hell was I gonna do? All 17.
When you make it big, somebody's gonna come back to this video.
You already ruined my chances of working with Meg Thee Stallion because you kept laughing at the feet thing. So now I just can't work with anybody else.
It's hilarious.
You're hilarious.
Even with all that.
Fucking.
So brace for the destruction of this channel on Saturday, 8 p.m.
Today we lay to rest the split screen losers.
Yes. Anywho, that'll be up on there. The quality is horseshit. I don't think anyone will stick around long enough for it to, like any randos that watch. Oh, what's this? The video quality is really bad. The drops frames left and right.
Don't matter if the content's good.
Yeah, it's still funny because the audio still seems to be working fine. It's just the video encoding wasn't great. But it's there. Brian, you look worried as shit.
He's going over in his head all the possible things he might have said.
Yeah.
No, I don't care about that. I have like knots in the back of my hair that I keep combing out and pulling.
Gotcha. So that's happening this Saturday, and then we also
Are you
have.
saying you love to have your hair pulled?
Yeah, I mean for a price.
All right.
Okay, and then some others like YouTube videos that were in the queue. So the Torchlight one. I think there's some like Apex stream I did a long time ago that never went public that's going to go up. Just to give you guys something to watch over the holidays. They're not all like grade A shit, but I was going to I have an 8-second video of me playing Mad Max and I clipped it because Javi said I headshot the U.
Oh yeah.
And that's it. And it's loud, like not loud but like audible. You know how he whispers all the time? It's clean. It's just I headshot the U. And I just clipped it and I put it on my YouTube, I guess. And I found it. I'm like, I'll maybe put that public one day, but I still have it there. It's really funny.
I watched the Siege compilation you did. That's something you could do too, like from next year going on. Just actually make like compilations or cut things you found funny and then make a big year thing.
Yeah, I would like to do that as well. I guess just start doing that. It's got to get. I started doing it near the end of this year, and then I keep forgetting to do the stream markers, and then I just too much load of things to do. Speaking of which, sometime over the Christmas break, my unboxing of the Xbox hopefully should be done editing because I'm learning how to fucking edit as I'm doing it. So that's going to be on my channel. When I've finished it, I'm like, okay, this is rough enough, and it's so janky that it looks funny to me. Post it. Go for it, Brian.
When's your reboxing coming out?
Well, that's up to the Xbox Series X at that point. If it shits the bed and I gotta return it, I'll rebox it. Depending how this unboxing thing goes, I got a second Stadia Premium Edition because I pre-ordered Cyberpunk, and it's still in the box. So if I feel like doing an unboxing of that, I'll do an unboxing of the Stadia Premium Edition.
If you're not going to use the thing,
send it your way, Papa.
If you don't want it.
I mean, I have a use for it because that TV that's in that room. Remember how we put it on the?
That's a better idea. That's a better idea.
So that if you come over, you can just use that TV.
Yeah, I forgot I have an entire.
Yeah.
An entire tablet.
So what else? The Xbox unboxing. I still have footage of when the Team Deathmatch mode for Rainbow Six Siege was out and we played. So I might put that together. I have a lot of time to fucking R&D. I got to put together a bench so I can start getting my home gym set up. And then start looking into that. I have a lot of things to fuck around with a lot of time. So we'll see what I come up with in the YouTube.
In a dining room, or are you going to put it in a garage?
Probably in the garage.
Garage?
Yeah, I'm probably just going to use half of the garage for like the gym and the other half for a car.
I can send you the thing for the building your own power rack. It's actually really easy to do. You really don't have to cut that much.
But you have to cut. Look who
you
you're
can have
looking
him cut it at Lowe's.
Oh, he's got all the fucking answers now, huh?
I do.
He's got all the answers.
You literally just grab the board and go, "Hey, can you cut this into these sections?" And they'll do it for you.
Oh, well, I mean, that doesn't hurt.
They do that. Those do it at highs too.
Okay, well, we're gonna move on from that. That's it. I think. Just keep track. I might upload some random YouTube. I might stream randomly. Like tomorrow, we're gonna do the co-op stream because it's still a regular week. Brian, to be honest, I'm feeling like going back to Torchlight as a nice, easy stream to.
That's 3 hours passed or however
like
long
it
passed
ran
quickly.
Last time we did it, time flew by playing Torchlight. So we'll probably just do that and just ride it on. Thursday, I might get back on and stream and see if I can finish Mario Galaxy because I don't have any more footage for YouTube channel, so I need to finish Mario Galaxy. So maybe Thursday Mario Galaxy, and then that's after that. It's vacation mode. I'll hop on stream and YouTube videos come up. Go ahead.
If you really want and you're bored on one of the vacation days, if you want to do a drunk stream.
No, I don't want to do a drunk stream.
That's what I thought.
I don't want to do a drunk stream. No. What's my sub count at? Is that Anthony should do a drunk stream level yet? What is it? I got 5? 4? I got like 4 subs or something. Put that at 25 subs and I'll think about it. You feel me? No, Kelsey, don't you fucking dare. Look at this fuck. That's up it. 100 subs.
Nice thinking about the math.
That's $500. 100 subs is $500. So if he pays me $500, I'm gonna get shit faced. No, I don't want that. Anyway,
I was actually checking just to see if my sub was up to date. It is.
Yeah, you did it recently. You put 1, 2, 3, 4. Get your woman on the floor. Was what you said to me with. Oh my god. So yeah, just keep an eye on the channel and the Twitter. I'll be updating with either teasers of shit to come or I'm just gonna be streaming and gaming. And that's about it for this week. This year.
Are you gonna be wearing a shirt?
Yeah, TOS. I have to wear a shirt, right?
I think they updated it for guys.
What does that mean?
Like you don't have to wear a shirt. I think.
I think I found my ticket to get more viewers, Randall. Pepper Pot better show up what he's been working on. You feel me?
Shave a heart in your chest.
Ooh. And then that's it. This has been. You good, Randall?
Are you good? You over there making the questionable sound?
No one made any sound.
Okay.
So that's it for this year. This episode. We'll see you guys back in 2021. Have a safe holiday. Don't do anything fucking crazy. If you're out there drinking out somewhere, don't drive back home. Call Uber. Get a ride from a friend. Also social distance, I guess, because it's still COVID time. So if you are gonna go out there, be safe. And that's it for the year. This is it for the podcast. I'll see you guys in 3 weeks. Think so. That's it. Bye.